I sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10.
That was fun.
Ooh.
That was nice.
Good times. Hot mic.
Well, hot mic, yeah.
Foghorn going on there.
Yeah. Welcome to 10 Drink Minimum. My name is Chris.
And I'm Billy.
Ooh. I didn't know
Although
that.
you can't see me, I just know that.
You got Smiley here.
Ooh, do that again.
And
Oh.
oh,
Do that again,
here?
Smiley. Yeah.
Oh, we got Smiley here too.
Cool.
Hey.
And who else?
and Holly,
Ooh.
I'm here.
And we have a full room today. We actually are sharing our show space today with some friends of ours. The Brian and Gio. Was it Make a Podcast? Do a podcast?
Made?
Made a podcast.
Which one is it?
Made a
Made?
podcast.
Past tense.
Past tense.
Made. Make. So we have Brian and Gio. We are actually going to do the first hour of today's show, and then they are going to take over and do the second hour of today's show. Did you see? Did you tell it? Yeah. He's like, surprise.
You know what I like about you, Gio?
I know.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So welcome to the podcast, guys. We're happy to have you. I've known Gia for many years.
Yes.
And I get those Twitter mentions sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And you're more active on Twitter, I imagine, because I never see
Yeah.
you post on Facebook.
No,
ever.
not really. Yeah. I talk about Billy at least every other podcast.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
you know that.
Oh,
no,
wow.
Is that true?
no.
No,
Oh,
I hear this like one time,
and
and
it-
I was listening. I was like, yeah, she mentioned me.
There's a couple times where I go out and I see, you guys are playing, and I'm like, oh, sweet. I saw Billy last night or whatever.
And the thing is, I remember you from a decade ago, and you were active in the music scene here. Still are,
Yeah.
and it's you and your husband, of course, are kind of bigwigs, so to speak, like venue owning. I think you guys had a restaurant.
What was the restaurant? Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, the restaurant was in Moriarty, but the venue, my husband, John, was he was the promoter for Duke City Sound, and then which moved downtown. It was in that space that is between the Alibi and the Chemo.
The old Alibi.
Yeah, the old Alibi.
Because they've actually moved since.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. It's not Amped. Is it Amped now?
Is it
it's,
the Co-op?
It's yeah. No.
what is that
Fuck,
place
it's,
called?
it's all ages.
It's all
yeah.
ages.
And
They
so
have a
you're
lot of
walking-
rappers
Yeah,
now.
Is that what's going on
You're
there?
walking downtown, and he was like, "You're too young to be downtown on a Saturday, 11 p.m." And they're just like drinking Monster drink, energy drinks.
Yeah.
And like
Their name's Kyle.
Kyler.
Kyler, Chad.
Kyler and there's Braden there.
There's a Mason there for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
An
But you know,
A Khaleesi.
and you walk by, and there's some brutal freaking bands playing. Like, who are these guys?
Or rappers.
Rappers. Yeah, yeah.
What
yeah.
is that place called? It may be called Amped.
I think it's Amped.
I think it's
isn't
Amped.
it?
Yeah.
It
And
might
it's like
be
all
Amped.
ages. I just saw it today. I don't know. I was at Sister having brunch, and I was like, oh yeah. I always forget. Like every time I see that place, I go, oh yeah, that place.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he used to be a promoter for that place, and then
What was it called when he was there?
it was Duke City Sound. No, it
I
was
don't remember
It was
that.
the Co-op.
Oh, that's what it was
The
called. That's-
Co-op.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
It's changed names a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of punk bands went through there. Like Eve Six played there. That was yeah. You guys missed it, I guess.
I guess joke on the ride.
I can see your husband actually there with flyers. Hey man, you want to see Eve 6? It's like, hell, what?
These children are like, who is that? I don't
is Sponge opening for him? I hope so.
Yeah, so that was the thing. That was what we did. And then he and I were in Hit by a Bus together many years ago. And then he was in a band called So Say We All. And then I was in a band called Five Star Motels. And neither of those bands are together. So
What happened to the 5-star motels? It just like everybody went their own way. I remember that band.
people had babies.
Oh.
Damn
Mostly.
babies.
Mostly baby.
Mostly babies. And then, people got involved in other projects. And that's
It's all them babies.
I actually
Yeah.
wrote a song for 5 Star Motels.
Ooh.
But it was like one of those things where, here's my song. I was like, hell yeah, we'll use it. They never did, and they broke up like right.
We have a special listener all the way from Portland, Oregon.
What?
Terry Birch.
What?
Oh, Terry.
Terry was, yeah, you know Terry.
I remember Terry. Hey, Terry.
Hey Terry. He's like, he probably like looked away right away and he didn't hear. He's like, I'll come in for a second.
I'll make an appearance.
So let's just get right to it. So you guys, how long have you been doing your show?
We started in August of 2016.
Ooh.
And then we lost all of those episodes.
Are you serious? On purpose or?
No, I think we lost 7 episodes?
Like 7 episodes.
And then we're like, okay, let's figure it out. We'll start again in January of 2017. So it's kind of been an easy way to keep track. So that's been about 1.5 years now.
So you've been doing it for about 1.5 years. So what do you think you've learned
Is that right?
in that 1.5 years? Well, let's just say yeah.
Okay.
Who cares?
Like math, I don't know.
I don't think the podcast police are like,
How many-
bullshit.
Yeah.
What do you take out of the podcasting?
Yeah.
What do we take out?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that, like when you first started, you're like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. We're gonna fucking be the biggest podcast in
No.
the state, the country, and then now you're like, this sucks. It's
Brian
hard.
was just like, I kind of just want to hang out with my friend.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, I need a therapist. So
That's
Is that what
good.
it is?
that's kind of where that
Yeah.
came from.
No, we were working on a pilot for
Yeah.
a show
Yeah, we're
that
gonna
didn't
do
end up. Oh, sorry.
Let me
We were-
pull it. I'll just move it to you. There you go.
Ooh. Wow.
we were working on a pilot for a show that didn't happen called Mission Control.
Oh.
And so we were in the office and we were just being ridiculous every day. And people would come out, what are you people laughing at out here, you crazy weirdos?
How dare you?
Yeah, so we said we should probably record.
We should record these weird conversations we have. And so we did.
Okay.
Years later.
That's a great concept. The thing is, like, I'll sit at a bar and, like, listening to other people's conversations. Like, that's pretty much, like, live podcasting.
Yeah. It's true.
That's analog podcasting. That's the original podcast.
I was like, wait, can you speak up?
Yeah.
Because you guys are talking about the cheese may, obviously, or just whatever.
I think that's just called being a creeper, dude.
Oh, well,
Oh,
that's
well,
fair.
I'm guilty. Guilty.
I'm guilty too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But if you listen to somebody else, other people's lives through digital media, then that's not being
Absolutely,
creepy.
yeah. I will say this: like, I go to that bar, that speakeasy downtown called Founders, and I have found that it is like the worst place if you want to have a conversation with somebody and have nobody butt in. Every time like 4 different times I've been like with somebody and like we're having a conversation and someone's like, I didn't mean to interrupt, but let me tell you about some story I had about those mountains that you were talking about, and you're just like,
Get lost. Get lost.
And the worst is when they're like wasted, and they just hear like one word, and they're like, "Cars! I love fucking cars!"
I saw a car.
I mean, is that the worst or is that the best?
I don't know.
I just like making fun of people like
And
that.
I would say with Chris's experience, it's valid, and I'm sure it sucks. I imagine it's a million times worse for Holly. It's like, hey, like, you know what I like is that show this, and some guy was like, will hear it and go up to you. It's like, hey, I love that too. Can I buy you a drink?
I call them out because I can tell when
I've
they
seen
don't
TV.
like Grey's Anatomy. I'm
I've
like,
seen
you don't
TV.
watch that.
That's amazing that you love TV.
Yeah.
You
You-
don't even know whatever his name is.
See, you don't even know. How did
McSteamy.
McDreamy die?
McDreamy.
Oh, sorry, spoiler from 20 years ago.
McDonald's. You don't know.
McSteamy. McDonald's made a sandwich called the McSteamy. No one would eat that. No
I'd
one.
probably, well, so
You
what
try-
I
I'd
would.
visit it.
McSteamy
So-
was way hotter than McDreamy. I would
they
eat the
had
sandwich.
they had a one hamburger, and I can't remember what it was called now, and I used to call it the McSweaty.
Sounds delicious.
Was it the
Was it the
McChicken?
McRib?
No,
McChicken?
it was a hamburger. and
Was
it
the one that
failed.
was
The
cold
double-
on one
the-
side,
the-
hot on the other?
double?
I don't
They
remember,
had one
but
that was cold on
I
one
also
side?
called the Little Caesars the hot and sweaty. I don't know why. I think it's funny, and then people are like, "I don't want that now." I'm like,
I feel
well,
like
there you go.
a Little
Whoops.
Caesars hot and ready pizza is a little too sexual for me. It's like
Yeah.
I know what you're up to, pizza. I don't need to know
Let's-
like your
let's-
status.
Let's
like,
walk it back 20%
exactly.
pizza.
We're not there at that point in the
Hot and
relationship.
done. How about hot and done?
I like
Yeah.
that you're hot. I'm not ready.
How about hot and available?
Hot and available.
Hot and available.
Hot and consensually ready.
Yes. Yes.
What about the pickup window, huh?
Oh, do they have a
The
pickup
fast
window now?
pickup window? Yeah.
Little Caesars
Really?
does?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that every day.
God damn it! You should have told Brian.
Terrible.
He'll be bringing
information.
Little Caesars
Hot
to the
and ready fast
podcast
pickup
recording.
window. You just
I don't
call
know.
in and pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You go
great.
to Dion's.
That
Dion's.
is
True.
amazing. Is that
Dion's.
actually that's true? Dion's has a drive-up window. But it's
They
like
do.
a pre-order thing. It's not like you can go up.
Yeah,
the
you gotta
thing.
pre-order.
That would be so annoying. It takes
Oh,
a long
no.
time to cook a pizza.
Yeah, that would take too long.
You just had maybe have a flashback in life. So
Take us back.
I worked at a Pizza Hut when I was in college, and they had a pickup window. It's a fucking pickup window.
Uh-huh.
Not a fucking drive your big dually truck up to. And I go, what's the name of it? And they go, I haven't ordered yet.
Oh my god.
Ugh, and I'd go, oh, this is actually a pickup window, so I can't order here. And I'd go, so then I'm angry and I'm working a shit job, so I'm like, hold on, I'll have to get out of the pickup screen, which didn't and I'm like, hold on, what would you like? Well, can I have a menu?
Oh my gosh.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
And the
Yeah,
thing about
pizza.
drive-up windows that actually, if that were to happen, there's no way of getting out of the drive-up
No.
window or
Right,
like
right.
the
Yeah.
lane itself.
I love that it's a dually too, so you have to reach
Yeah.
way,
well,
Way
this was
out.
Portales,
to get-
Portales, New Mexico,
Right.
so everything was a fucking dually.
It's all
Someone
dualies.
actually was pulling a trailer and tried to go through the drive-through and hit the overhang with the trailer one time. And I was
Nice.
like,
No,
sweet.
I'm from Moriarty. I'm familiar with the
Oh, yeah.
with the
I
truck
lived in
problems.
Estancia.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh.
You know.
Estancia, I
They're
know
all,
Estancia.
I gotta pull up my F-350 so I can get some pizza for my children while
We're
I'm
all
drinking
in
a
the back
beer.
seat.
And they always had a beer.
Yeah.
I have not seen
In
a
a koozie.
dually in many months.
Oh,
Go to
gosh.
Gio's house half the time.
If you,
Well,
I was gonna
I've
say,
got
go to where I
dualies.
work.
I've got dualies.
Every other truck is a dually. Yeah, the
And that
daily
just means
driver.
like the 4 tires on the back, right?
Yeah, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they
Right.
even need that
No,
at your job?
no, that's just their daily driver to get to work.
What's your job?
That is insane.
I can't really say.
Okay, gotcha.
It's
Spackle.
Government.
Spackle.
Oh.
Yes, correct.
He spackles.
Yeah.
Spackles for the government.
Yes. But one of my coworkers told me that for him to drive to and fro from work every day, it's $8. I was like,
Wow.
God dang.
I had to drive
Not
my father-in-law's dually to work when I was working on my first film job with Brian in Santa Fe, from Moriarty to Santa Fe in a dually
No, thank
twice
you.
a day. It was like I was like, oh, there goes my paycheck. I was like a lowly little art PA. Like, oh well,
So you guys work in the movie industry, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're real fancy.
Real fancy.
not really, as you can tell.
It's weird. Okay, so I'm trying, to be nice because like when I first moved here,
I'm
my
try-
girlfriend was like in the movie industry, and everyone I met was a fucking asshole.
No, everyone is.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
We are.
And-
We're just trying to be.
and
nice.
he was,
They're just being
no,
nice
and
right
then, and then like I didn't like people in the movie industry for like 5 years because we like broke up, and then like this new wave of like people came in, and it was much better. But there was like this whole like contingent of people that were like from LA, and they just hated being here.
Yeah.
And here was like a typical conversation. Like they could have been a janitor at the studios,
Right.
and they're like, you know what? I'm so sick of this job and all this blah 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 blah. And then someone would walk up. What do you guys do? Oh, I'm in the movie industry.
That's about right.
and it was
Hashtag
like,
set
well,
life.
I thought you were just saying that you fucking hated your job and it was the worst shit ever. But then as soon as someone's like, what do you do? Oh, I'm in the film
I make
industry.
movies.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate the hashtag set
I
life
know.
thing. You
I
guys,
do too.
listen, movie industry friends that do it, please stop. It makes me crazy. But if it's you, keep doing
I'm here
it,
for it. I'm
fine.
like,
but
oh my god,
Live-
you're in the,
live your
you're in the
truth.
film industry? Tommy Moore. Thing is, like, maybe buy you a drink.
So what do you guys do in the movie industry? Or film industry, sorry.
File paperwork.
File paperwork.
Yep.
Yeah. And like my girlfriend was an accountant. And
Yeah,
it
well,
sounded
wait,
like the
wait, wait.
most boring job ever.
Who is she?
Oh, no. She moved away.
No, we should probably still talk some trash.
No.
Oh, yeah.
We
Here
Here for
probably
it.
met.
Here for it.
Actually,
Actually-
she would be talking trash about us because we're
Oh,
the
yeah,
ones
probably.
filing paperwork.
yeah, well,
She's
sort
the
of
one
a-
like,
And I ended up meeting someone that like worked under her, and she was like they were like she was the scariest person that like worked there. We hated her, and I was like, go
man.
on.
The
No.
guesses know who this is.
Continue.
Here
it
for
down.
it.
All right, I like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was, so yeah, I guess I should out this. She was the actual person I started this show with.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
way back, and those episodes are all lost for sure. You can still find them.
Accidentally
Don't know what
lost.
happened. There was
No,
a
no.
server
Actually, the thing
malfunction.
is, like, I would talk to somebody like who has been on the show like years ago. It's like, you
Yeah.
remember when you were on the show? Like, there was like, I'll find the episode on like Talk Shoe or something. It's like, here it is, and I'll listen to it and listen to how way I used to talk. Like, there was like months where I did a Boston accent, which was the worst thing I ever done in my life.
I remember that.
Okay, he'll do it
How
like
weird.
just out of nowhere. Like he'll have like 5 beers.
I think I remember
And it'll
this.
just
I thought it
come
was a
out.
British accent. I thought you were going for British.
Well,
I feel like he
Boston.
does this all the
Billy's
time.
gone through Boston,
Australian.
Oh, I've heard the Australian one. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
see.
Although I was drunk at that time too. So
You're like, oh my god, are you like
so you believe it?
I was like, that sounds so good. You sound like you're a Kiwi.
Oh my god, are you like
from
That's not
Australia.
That's not. I know. I know. I was drunk. I did drunk girl voice.
also Holly has 2 voices, Holly and Drunk
And Drunk
Girl.
Drunk
Holly.
girl.
Yeah.
Drunk Holly
girl.
or just
No,
basic
it's drunk girl. I learned it for a joke that I tell.
Watching you.
I learned it for a specific joke that I used to tell on stage, and it's actually the voice of my high school nemesis.
Nice.
And when she's not drunk, she's just annoying.
Her
And
name
then-
is Bitchy McBitch.
Yeah, her name
First of all,
is
we don't
Bitchy
talk to Madison
McBitcherson.
anymore.
That's another
Madison.
another McDonald's sandwich is the
Mercedes
McBitch.
is no
Yeah.
longer our friend.
Her
name's
name is
Chelsea.
Taylor, actually. but, and Billy, I did it one time
Taylor.
on the show, and Billy fell in love with it. So now sometimes he will request that I say things as drunk girl.
I've seen you. I think I'm pretty sure I've seen you do that joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
You're very funny.
Oh,
by the way.
thank you so much. Oh,
Oh, no, I
I
wouldn't.
never know what to say when people say that. Thank you.
Oh my! I also have the British.
I have the vapors.
keep going, keep going. Tell me more.
Stop, but keep going. Continue.
No, my girlfriend has a grandfather who has a voice about him, and I try to do it as much as I can, especially when I'm hanging out with him. It's like this old gravelly, almost like southern way of talking about it, but he's of course from California or whatever, lives here now, and I won't do like she's watching right now, but
Don't get
I
self-conscious, boy.
love picking up on people's voices and their
Oh, yeah.
inflections
It
and just
sticks. It
Well,
gets
that's-
sticky, right?
And that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like I can do good impressions, but it's of no one famous. It's like people that we know.
It's like
Yeah.
the bartender
Like
at
we-
Sister
okay,
or
so-
whatever.
Our friend Fernando, he was from the Dominican Republic, and I probably can't do it now because I haven't heard him in a while. And everyone would do a Fernando impression, but I
you
could
had the best
nail it.
one.
I had it.
So basically, it was like, "Come on, so we're going to this place, and
That's
we're,
pretty
we're,
good.
we're,
That's actually-
the thing is, you ever had chicken wings in your life?"
Oh,
It's
dude,
like,
so
I've
We were
had-
at Blackbird one time, and he's all, "Come on, you wanna go get some chicken wings, man?"
Chicken ones.
And I was like, "Where at?" And he's all, "Maloney's, man. Maloney's has the best chicken wings." And I'm like, "Dude, that place smells like vomit, man." And so then he goes,
It's like,
"No,
that's-
man. Well, it kind of, yeah, it does smell a little like vomit. It does, man."
No, the thing is, like, but also, did they have the best chicken wings?
They had the best chicken wings.
What?
So it's
Did
basically
they?
like ordering them just for their
You
chicken
just
wings.
held your nose. And
I was
ate
gonna say
them.
maybe the vomit smell is key. You know how
Being
like you
prob-
taste
as
what you smell.
problematic
Like
as the
it's
vomit
all-
smell
Yeah.
was, you go in there for the
Extra
chicken
fluid.
wings with
Yeah.
like pinching your nose and walk out with the best
Oh,
chicken
and,
wings.
and then I would do the impression of him, and he heard about it. He did not like it.
Oh
He did
no!
not like it.
Well,
I feel like I missed out on
the thing is, he did this
Sorry.
this accent. So once he
Yeah.
came around, I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Fernando?"
Yeah, you did miss on that
Well,
one.
because I was just walked in there and then walked right back out because I was 21 and was probably
Oh.
on the verge of throwing up all the time.
Oh, Maloney's?
yeah.
That's where we used to go when I worked at the Hyatt. We'd go there for lunch.
Oh, I don't think you missed out on that place. No.
Uh,
No.
We,
That's where people got stabbed.
we went,
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, if you went there for lunch, there was absolutely no one in there. A super bored bartender that was completely
yeah,
prepared
yeah.
to overserve you.
Yeah.
But did it still smell like vomit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it still
It
did.
really-
And the thing is, like,
But they had the doors open.
it was
every
like
day.
vomit and wood
objectively,
veneer.
there's
Like it was
different
special.
smells for vomit, but actually, when you bring it into their minds, like, you're right.
Mhm.
Now I can't unsmell it.
Yeah, I think it just people so many like bro dudes that throw it up on the floor that it just couldn't get it out. I found the hamburger that I would call the big and sweaty. It was called the Big and Tasty.
Oh, the big and tasty.
And I would go, how many? I'll have one of the Big and Sweaties. They're like, what? Big and Tasty, sorry.
Excuse me.
Just sweats down the bun.
Gross.
So
You all right,
it-
babe?
it's
Those
actually,
aren't
yeah.
sesame seeds.
Yeah.
it's actually great that you guys are here. One, because I love you guys, and the podcast is great. But also, you guys, it's crowded, and so Smiley now has to get me the beer.
Yeah, we're getting served.
If you
today.
want, I could just for future episodes, I could just sit there.
Yeah.
That way,
Nice.
you're blocked from getting the fridge. I'll be your, be your
We have-
wingman.
but we have to say it like really. We can't use the terminology like the old school stuff. We'll be all our beer person.
Our beer.
He's alluding to beer wench, which is like
No, I was going for the worst one.
waitress.
No, beer bitch.
Billy has a
Oh,
heart
beer
of
bitch.
gold. He
Yeah.
can.
No.
Did you ever?
So
Did anyone?
cute.
No one ever here played the game Asshole?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
like, all right, you're the asshole, you're the beer bitch, you're the
Wait, that's a game?
That's a
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
And the
yeah.
thing is, that was before my time, and
Yeah.
I still he tries to explain the rules to me. It's like that sounds awful.
It's
I
fun.
don't
It's
Oh,
so
it's
fun.
super fun.
And there's a mayor, right? Or what do you call the person in charge?
Because
President.
like the game is called Asshole, or it's called Presidents and Assholes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure some people are gonna chime in. They're like, well, I know that game, and it's something something. It's like,
I have never
It's
heard
called
of this
Thomas
game.
Fucker.
It was a dice game.
It's a dice game.
there
It's a
was
card.
No, I'm sorry, there was a card game.
Card game.
And it was basically like you were trying to like go out as fast as you could go out. Like get rid of all your
Oh,
cards
yeah,
first.
yeah.
And the first person that got rid of their cards was the president. Second person was vice president, and then on down the line. If you were last, you were the asshole. So then the president could tell the vice president to drink at any time, and it
Right.
just kind of cascaded down, right?
And then
Oh, so
everybody.
that's the problem with being an asshole is that you always have to do what other people
Yeah,
say.
and
Yeah.
everybody could tell the asshole what to do. So the asshole was
right.
at the whim of everybody that was there.
Yep. And then you
That's
came
not
up.
how I'm an asshole.
And you came up with like rules, like there was the thumb rule, and like if the thumb rule was like if one person put their thumb on the table, the last person
and
that put
it-
their thumb on the table had to like drink. I mean, there was just weird.
I play so many games
Yeah.
of Kings
Yeah.
that
Are
I
we doing this
instinctively just went like this.
Kings, yes,
I did
Kings.
too. I was
Kings.
all,
Kings.
Yes.
nope.
I went on a trip last summer, and we stupidly, as grown-ass adults, decided to play Kings.
Oh, heck
Yeah.
And after that game, we're like, why did we do that?
How was
Did
that?
you ever-
We're
by the way?
all gonna die.
Did you ever play Mushroom Kings?
No.
So you just like
Kings
ghosts every
with
time.
Do you just take
you
shrooms?
take a cap. No.
Yeah.
So you,
I was like, that sounds
This
you
sounds
took a beer and you poured it in a cup, right? And then you basically put the cards on top of the cup, like intertwined, so that they like
Oh,
balance on there.
I did
And
play
then
that.
you had to like pull the cards out.
Like Jenga.
It's like Jenga.
Yes. And then if it fell, like if it was the same as Kings, but also if it fell, you had to like chug the whole beer that was in the cup. Yeah.
Which also has
the amount of
cards.
innovation that goes in these
Card
drinks,
sweat.
because they made these games
Yeah.
when they were fucked up, but still so good. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Was invented by a sober person.
Yeah.
You guys, I love drinking games.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a person in her mid-30s. I love
You're so
drinking card games. Still
I
to this
thought
day.
I did,
Yeah.
but then what happened is we're all in our 30s,
Mm-hmm.
and we all have very specific things we drink, and they're
Okay,
that's
so you're
different.
playing Kings with like whiskey, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. We were playing Kings with whiskey and PBR
Oh,
and all
gosh.
kinds of stuff in the
Yes.
King Cup.
No.
And we're like, guys, okay, we have to decide on one alcohol to
That's-
go in
Oh,
the
gosh.
club.
That's how I always played Kings.
Well, there
That's
was
why.
a
That's why you didn't want to lose. You're
Yeah.
all, oh no, it's just a big mat shot.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Just hold my nose.
Suicide.
It's just a
Actually,
New
I would,
Jersey
I would
Turnpike.
say just from like having that so much emotion and excitement in the room that I would drink anything. Be like, hell
Yeah.
yes.
It's funny because like a couple years ago, I was with some friends and we were at Marble, but this was back when Marble was like the early days where it was
It's
just
that one block.
that
the
one
cube.
one box.
Yeah.
And somebody had there was a highball glass there, and somebody pulled out a quarter and they were trying to get it in there, and I was like, let me see that. And boom, I made it right away. And they're like, wow, that was pretty impressive. And then I did it again, and they're like, oh shit, how many times did you do it in a row? I did it 13 times in a row.
What?
And they're like, damn, you're good at that. I was like, yeah, I went to college.
What do you think I did? Study?
Yeah.
No.
It's muscle memory at this point.
And also, it's like you look at generations and their drinking games. I don't I went to college for
Where they would beat
mid-
each
like-
other with sticks or whatever.
No, like
What?
for like 4 semesters.
Like, are you talking
It
like
was
Mumble
fine,
Peg?
but the thing is, like, beer pong is after my time. Kings is before my time.
Beer pong was after my time as
Oh,
well.
beer
Yeah.
pong was during my time.
Yeah, that was
I
after my time.
rule at beer pong.
Yeah.
Because I just wear low cut shirts and distract the other players.
Oh, smooth.
We had caps. Caps was our beer pong. And you collected beer caps in a bucket. And then, like, when you played caps, you had 1 cup on one side and 1 cup on the other side, and you threw and tried to make them in.
Okay.
And after you made 5, the other team had to chug a beer.
Tendrick Nation, if you're listening, let us know your favorite beer drink.
What is your beer game? If
Ranking
you
game?
or they're like I get a 6-pack and I drink it as fast as possible.
I no, the thing is, I do love watching movies, and there's a certain event that happens
Yeah.
that you take a drink for.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that game.
Do you know where it originated from though?
The
No.
Love Boat?
What's that?
The Love Boat?
No.
Oh.
The first movie the first thing that ever was that drink game that I remember was the movie Strange Brew. And every time
Oh, yeah, Strange Brew.
every time they say A, you have to take a drink.
And I will tell you, you'll get
You will
fucked
get
up.
fucking hammered.
Canadian A? Like I've
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
seen Strange.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Strange Brew is
Oh,
one of
my
the
gosh.
best, worst movies.
So, do you hate film? I mean, what's going on?
how
It's
have
a
you not
classic.
seen that?
No, it's
genius?
it's Rick Moranis and I can't remember the other guy, and it takes place in Canada.
Yeah.
And they're like take off A, like every other sentence
Yeah,
is A.
A.
Oh,
and
no.
the best thing is to sucker a new person into watching it, and then you tell them that, and they're like, yeah, I could do that, and then like, you know, after like 50 or 60 A's,
Which
just
is
sounds more
5
like a-
minutes into the movie.
yeah.
This sounds like a dare, not like.
Oh,
Unless
What
you
about-
have our
Also,
drinking
there's
tolerance,
like
then it's a
real life.
challenge.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's okay.
There's real life drinking games.
Oh.
It's like
Oh, yeah.
you're at a party and someone makes a Mean Girl reference, then you have
Yes.
to drink.
Oh, I didn't know
Like,
that.
of course, I'm dating a millennial, which is weird, but that's the thing that they have.
That's so
Ooh.
fetch.
So fetch.
Okay. Have
Stop
you
trying
guys?
to make fetch happen.
Let me ask you guys this question.
Take a drink.
If you guys have ever done that, if you guys have ever done, someone should make one for our show.
Brian and
But
I
you
have
can't
some
sit
for
with
our.
us.
Brian and I have some for our
You
podcast.
made another one. We have to drink again. I'm sorry.
Oh, gee, Brian.
I can do this all day.
Let me
I
ask
don't
you
think
this.
my father, the inventor of the toaster strudel, would appreciate this.
Do it again.
Did it have to be Mean Girls, Billy? Did it have to be Mean Girls though?
Let me
All
ask
day.
you this
All
question:
day, baby.
Did you ever do like the famous drinking games like the Century Club, or what was the other?
There was one called the Power Hour when I was.
Power Hour.
Power Hour.
And it's just a shot. The thing is, you think a shot of beer a minute isn't a lot.
Oh, well,
Oh.
that's Century Club. You have to do 100 shots of beer.
Yeah.
The Power Hour is the shot
I've
of
done
for
that one.
60 minutes.
So, comedy, we have the Comedians Power Hour, which is
Ooh.
actually sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Blue Ribbon.
Cheers.
And cheers, Pat. I'm not drinking you, the love of my life, Pabst Blue Ribbon. But I still haven't participated as a contestant, but I was I was the bartender, and as a bartender, I also had
You
to
have to
take
buy like a cart.
yeah.
That was the bartender.
And I had to drink the shot of Pabst every 2 minutes. And I really, 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 really want to do the Comedians Power Hour. So Genevieve or Sarah Kennedy
Oh, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
Brett Hiker, if you're watching this, please let me do Power Hour.
Someone in the chat just said PBR forever. What if there was like an alternate reality and you got sucked into it and it was called Pat's Blue Ribbon?
Pabst? I would still love it.
Like
I'd be like,
so
the
much.
pansexual SNL.
Yes! I love Pat!
She's just like "Ugh," on the can.
I love Pat!
Pat's Blue Ribbon.
Da-da-da.
And also, like, it got more interesting along the years. Whereas, like, back in the day, like, Indiana Jones, you just, like, shot for shot.
Yeah.
And just look each other in the face.
Oh, but I was talking about
Yeah.
I was talking about Comedians Power Hour. So it's Power Hour where you take a shot of PBR every 2 minutes, but then you're also like you have to do comedy,
Ooh.
and there's like challenges,
I can't do comedy
and
as
I
it is.
will wreck that shit because
Uh-huh.
I have been preparing for this. I have a drinking tolerance like you wouldn't believe, especially when it comes to Pabst. Pats. Oh, I'm never gonna get that.
That's on the
Pabst.
can.
The other thing is, oh, I love Pat.
Oh, I love Pabst. Pat.
What a weird sketch thing.
It was
Very
so
odd.
good though, because here's the deal: everybody has worked with somebody,
Yes.
or known somebody, or had a teacher that you
Yes.
weren't sure if they were
It's true.
a woman or a
that-
man, and their
yes.
name did not tell
Did
you.
not tell
Well,
you.
so what is your partner's name? Chris. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's my name. That was
It's
his,
just Chris and Pat.
yeah.
You
that
don't
was
know.
that was his significant other. Was
Oh, yeah,
or
that's
her,
right.
Their significant
There,
other was
there,
Chris.
There.
they, them, there.
They made a whole movie.
Oh,
Did
they
they?
made a whole
It's
movie.
not-
So I guess there's a
Yeah.
bunch of people watching it differential. This is from Robin. I want to say Robin because I said someone a while ago. They got mad. So hashtag differential. Thank you guys for watching. She's like,
thank you.
I put someone in the chat that said this, and she went, someone.
Be more
Thank you,
specific.
Robin.
Say my
we
name,
love
motherfucker.
you. Well, some people
not
don't
our
want us to say their name.
Right. That's why I'm like, yeah.
But Robin loves us enough that she's
All right.
like, please say my name. Or she might be
Exactly.
singing a
Hi, Robin.
90s song.
Robin isn't like my name, Chris, is like, you don't know. Robin. That's,
That's, yeah.
There was a
Thanks,
guy I worked
Batman.
with at T-Mobile named Robin. He's not a good guy.
Yeah, you never know.
You work with someone at T-Mobile named Robin, a guy? Okay.
There have been situations where it's via email.
Yeah.
Like their email is like, what I can't think of an androgynous name at the moment.
Yeah.
It must be the
Billy?
White Claw. Like
I was
Billy.
too late.
Where like, but you just kind of keep going with it, and then anytime someone asks you via email, like, what did Murmur say, and you're just
Yeah.
like,
He
they
and or
said,
she should.
they said, or you just like skirt around pronouns.
Yeah.
Like now, I feel like everyone's okay where you can ask for a pronoun, like
Yeah.
because we're
That's
moving
What is
along,
your
we're making
preferred
leaps and bounds.
pronoun?
Yeah.
My
So,
pronouns are not preferred.
but at the time,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
there was a person I was emailing with like a lot, and I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you this question. So you guys have been podcasting a year and a half. Have you got that angry email yet?
No.
no, we
No.
haven't
You guys
gotten
haven't
any
gotten
angry
any
Wait, let me
angry.
check.
Oh.
Or see, we don't get the angry. Well, we have. But-
We
Let's say
recently
long-
got kind
long
of
damn
abused.
time.
But have you got that? You guys were completely wrong on this.
Yeah.
No, not that way though.
That's
like
what I
people
get.
are like gently correcting, like
Jim
you guys.
Lind will tell
Oh,
us
our
if
fans
that's
don't gently
Oh,
correct shit.
our
right.
fans are not gentle about
No.
anything.
They're like, I was yelling
They're
at
aggressive.
They're like, you missed this one thing, and it made me scream at my radio. and I'm like, and for me, it's like 3 months later after the show,
yeah.
and I'm like, I don't even remember that
I
conversation.
don't know
I
what
sent
you're
that
talking
email
about.
to
Yeah.
a podcast.
Also, we have this thing called the wavy hour. So
Yeah.
after the first hour, we're like, I'm sorry, what were we
We're
talking
wavy.
about?
We
I
don't-
don't even remember the
don't-
wavy
This
hour
is
what
most of
we're
the
gonna
time.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're doing the wavy
Yeah,
hour.
We don't
you
use-
guys can ask us anything,
Yeah.
and we'll just say it.
We don't use logic or facts.
No.
And the thing is, like, for a long time, I was putting out percentages out there, and Smiley, stop freaking doing that. That's not an actual. You don't know what you're talking about.
20% of all people agree.
And the thing is, like, 20% of like freaking Albuquerque do this or like whatever, and Smiley's like, you're bringing out
And
numbers.
100% of our listeners wrote us and told us how they felt about it.
Yeah, they screamed at their radio.
I got somebody on Instagram. He listens to the show every week. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say his name.
Uh-oh.
But he likes to ask me on dates, and when I turn him down, he likes to tell me all the things he hated that I said on the podcast.
Sorry.
Jim.
Every week.
Wow.
Oops.
I mean, that's why I didn't want to say anything, Brian, but,
Oh, wow.
here we are.
Brian.
Damn it, Brian.
God damn it, Brian.
So you guys haven't gotten the you guys are so wrong on this.
No, not really.
Yeah.
People
But
are.
we hedge our bets a lot, too.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of people that like contact you?
We do get.
We get tweets. We get
Tweets.
some good tweets.
Oh,
Tweets,
tweets,
okay.
yeah.
Because like, here's what happens. Like, we'll have someone on the show, and they're like, a week later, so how'd that episode do? Did you get a lot of feedback? And I'll go, no. And they go, really? And I'll go, no. What? Let me explain something to you. What's your favorite media, show, movie, whatever? And they'll be like, I don't know. I love Game of Thrones. So you've written,
Letters
George
to-
R. R.
yeah.
Martin some
Many times.
some letters, and they're like,
That's
no.
because he's just a drive up north.
Yeah.
Let's go
Right.
visit.
Right. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm like 10% of the people that are listen actually contact you, and sometimes those are the people you might not want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's me.
people are just lazy, or
Yeah.
they're just like,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of killing
Yeah.
time by listening to a couple of
Right.
dorks
I
talk.
think the most
so.
feedback I got was before I was even part of the official show. I was a guest on
Yeah.
10 Drink Minimum the first time, and
That was called your interview. You just didn't know it.
Oh.
True. I didn't know they were interested in me. It was great. But I brought up that I worked at 203, which you're going to know
I know
exactly.
all about 203.
Yeah,
not
I
all
worked
about.
there
Ooh,
as
not
a
all
bartender.
about. Not all
Oh,
about.
Not all
I'm
about.
She was
backpedaling.
all up
No.
in 203. What's 203?
It's
It's a topless.
a truck
Oh, yeah,
stop
Gio would
strip
know all
club
about that.
in Moriarty,
Yeah.
New Mexico,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Gio's been.
off the freeway.
I have a funny story about that. So.
Oh.
She's a partial
Yes.
owner.
Ooh, hold on. Let's all
What?
be quiet and let's hear this story.
No, I don't.
Oh,
what?
what?
Oh, my story?
Yeah.
Not partial ownership.
So-
this guy's a liar.
Okay.
I was
Take-
like, wait,
Take a
really?
drink,
I'll lie
Brian.
about
Lied.
Gio's.
Can I buy you out? I mean,
Oh, for the audience listening, 203 is a strip club. What
A
was?
truck
Was.
stop was. They're not open
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah,
Thankfully.
a truck stop strip club.
Yes, that I bartended at, and you have a story about.
And Vice did
Right, yes.
a little documentary about
they?
two
Yes.
women that went there and stripped, and like it's just ridiculously awful.
which is really not. It was the light version of what could have happened.
It's funny though because I didn't read the article, but my
Oh no, it was video.
It's a-
oh, it was a video.
Video,
Okay,
yeah.
well, my coworker watched it
Yeah,
at work. This is what we do.
Which coworker?
Siobhan, hey, she doesn't watch this, but she was like, Gio, this Vice news thing is such bullshit. Like these women are total morons. Like they're
That's
not
fair,
reporting
too.
anything. Like she was really upset at how poorly reported
yeah.
that whole thing was.
Well,
but
because I had people that were like, "Isn't this the place you used to work at?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Was it as bad? Like, was it that bad?" And I'm like, "That was nothing.
yeah.
You're like it's worse.
That's a Tuesday.
Okay, so
That
let me-
was like not even a Tuesday. That was like a Sunday when we weren't open.
yeah, okay, look, it's not really that big of a story, but
We still love it.
it's just that, I was in a band and I lived in Moriarty. I
Right.
worked at Moriarty High School for a couple of years, right?
Nice.
And then I get a call from a guy who I know and trust in Moriarty. He's like, "Hey, I know this guy, and hear me out. He runs 203, but he is looking for a sound person. I know you do sound, so I don't know if you're interested, but he has a band coming in. Would you do sound for them? He'll pay you."
Oh man.
And I was like, I don't
And
know.
by that
you know?
he means do sound on stage.
You do have to wear the uniform.
What do you mean by tweaking
is
knobs? Is
Yeah.
But
you're like what music would you like me to play? They're like, have you heard of the band Jackal?
do you know the band Buck Cherry?
It was a lot of Buck Cherry up in there.
because you were crazy, bitch.
So I was like, all right, I'll give the guy a call. We'll see how. Listen, I was working at Moriarty High School. I was
Right.
getting paid
Yeah.
very little. I was
Yeah.
like, any extra I could get
No shame.
will help. So I called the dude up. He's like, yeah. So I'm just having a band come in. He made it sound like there weren't going to be strippers involved at all whatsoever. He
Oh,
was just
God.
like, you're just going to do sound for a band. Like it's whatever, and I'll pay
And the
you
booth guy.
whatever.
That sounds
$200
yeah.
whatever. And I was just like,
Scoop
$200
the mids.
for a couple hours, not bad. So I talked to John, my husband. We're like, hey, yeah, let's do this together. We go,
He likes money.
we go to the strip club together, and we we do sound. And so we're setting up, and the guy comes up to us. He's like, hey, so like the band's gonna go on in about an hour. Can you just kind of play some music for the girls while they're playing on stage? And I was just like, are you like?
Just
The
strictly
girls
guitar.
are
we're-
bored.
You were
They're
a strip
nothing.
club DJ for an
So-
hour?
For, yeah.
Hold on. I gotta hear this.
iPod DJ.
I gotta hear this. Your strip club
So
DJ voice.
So I'm playing Bjork.
No,
I'm
your
playing
voice.
like Damien
You've
Rice.
got
like,
but you gotta do the voice.
Perfect stripping.
I probably played a little Belma. Like,
Yeah.
while I was, no.
9 crimes.
What can you do the voice?
All right, coming up to the stage, we've got Chelsea. No, I didn't do any of that.
For the
I just,
It was
next hour,
John did.
we've got $3 Jägermeister shots.
John took his like a book with him. He was just like, he just had his nose in his
I've
book
never
the
seen these
entire
before.
time. It was anyway. The band went up. They were awful. And
Oh, the awful.
So it was Buck Cherry.
probably, and then we had to like wrap our cables and like load out while they were setting up like a kiddie pool with cream corn.
Yeah.
in it. Like,
Oh,
no
yeah.
joke.
Cream corn.
We're
Yeah.
like we're carrying
Oh my god, I
huge
forgot
speakers
they did that.
around a pool of cream
corn.
corn.
Did you
Yeah.
get it from like?
Oh my god, I totally forgot that they had a
From
full
Moriarty
cream
Foods,
corn.
yes, by the case.
Oh my god.
Oh, from Schwebach Farm, Farm Fresh.
Farm Fresh.
I just had a
geez.
And the thing is,
flashback.
I actually have a Instagram screenshot of a Facebook message I was sent. It's like, hey,
Oh,
do you-
yeah.
do you want to play at our strip club?
Yeah, they tried to get like bands from out. I
Yeah.
remember this.
Oh yeah,
And-
that's the other part of my story. Is later, like a couple months later, he asked the 5-star motels to play. He never mentioned that it was a strip club.
Of course not.
So Marisa is the one that he called.
Oh God. Oh
That's the way
man.
to go.
I love Marisa DeMarco. She is one of my
amazing.
favorite people, amazing artist. So she calls me up. She's like, "Hey, Gio, you live in Moriarty. Do you know about this place?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a strip
it
club."
rocks.
And
It's-
she
it's-
was so pissed that the guy didn't even like
Oh, yeah.
let us know. Like, by the way, it's a
Yeah.
strip. It's like he was trying to trick us
Oh,
into
yeah.
playing.
I would like to have a recording of her calling him back.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my favorite part about when I bartended there, he had just started bringing bands in, and he did not tell the girls about this, but wanted them to strip to the bands.
bands, yes.
And there was a whole coup about it because they were like, I have my songs,
Yeah.
and this is an art form,
Right.
Right.
Because it is. I mean,
This
look,
is I have it
listen,
choreographed. Like it has to.
They know
work.
what they're doing.
I have my
and
buck cherry.
Yeah, they have their buck
Jackal.
cherry. There was one girl who would do really weird
Bjork.
interpretive dance
Cool.
to Papa Roach.
Let me guess. It was,
Last
The one about divorce or the
No,
one about abuse?
the one about suicide.
Okay.
Oh.
This is Last Resort. She did that every night, and she would sit at the edge of the stage and just curl up in a ball,
Oh,
and then
jeez.
uncurl out of the ball, and then curl up in the ball.
Let me ask. There's one that did Trent Reznor or Nine Inch Nails. I want to fuck you like an animal. I
It was
swear to
the same
God-
girl.
I swear to God, that's
Same
every strip club.
girl.
Someone's
was the
got
same
that
girl.
one. I guess- I
Also-
think they fight in the back.
I mean,
over that
I get that.
They
but,
do.
But then you have that one. I remember last time going, and she danced to a Feist song, which is like, I love Feist.
Feist
It's
is
the
good.
1, 2, 3,
No, that's
4.
great.
And it was nice.
There
you
was
know?
also a roller girl who,
Oh yeah.
who
Roller
stripped
girl.
with roller skates. Did you
That-
meet
Yes,
roller
I
girl?
met. She was the nicest
That-
person.
that's
She was
pretty
great,
amazing. That's
and she
pretty amazing.
cocktailed with roller skates.
Yeah.
She was the best.
She was incredible.
So Robin just said in the chat, and I don't even this. Okay, what about the hamburger helper in the kiddie pool at Zebras?
What?
I don't know what the fuck that means, but I
I
watched
am-
that.
Zebras is a
I am
strip
here
club
for
in
it.
Anthony, New Mexico.
Willingness
And
knows this.
Anthony New Mexico.
Why would you? Okay, first of all, I
I
have
know
lots
him.
of questions. So
It would
hamburger
take a
helper,
long time to make that much
is there
hamburger
meat in
helper.
there?
Yeah,
Is there
yeah.
ground
Is
beef
it
in there?
warm?
Or are they just dumping hamburger helper boxes into
Just
water?
crunch-
What's your
Crunchy.
movement? Are they dumping that?
Guys.
no, I
am here
imagine
for
you would
this.
have like a big like pot.
Is
and
it
make
hot? Yeah.
Yeah, hot hamburger. Let
Yeah.
it cool down a bit.
Yeah.
Or
And-
is it what
Is it
drunk
just
Holly
leftovers?
eats on Saturday morning after she made hamburger
Oh,
helper
no.
drunk?
Is it
Cold
hot already?
hamburger helper.
Which fucking hamburger helper is it?
Yeah.
Is this three
Mac and
cheese macaroni?
cheese,
Please
or
be
is
the
Stroganoff?
stroganoff.
I need
Salisbury.
more information.
It has to be the stroganoff.
Is this-
And are you forking out like all that money for the
Yeah.
meat?
Or are you buying the generic store fake hamburger helper?
Also,
Kroger
just
hamburger
as good.
helper
Yeah.
is actually pretty
Just as
comparable. I am very poor, and that is what I buy, and it's not bad.
Actually,
It's
Bertolli
as
is
good.
something else.
Which one?
It's Bertolli.
Bertolli. Oh,
Bertolli makes one.
I would say that's not a thing. I'm sure our listeners are saying like, no, it was a thing.
They said it's in Texas, and they said it's taco.
Oh,
Hamburger
of
helper.
course it would be taco.
It's horse.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh God! Of course it's taco.
What? Why hamburger helper?
Why any
Doesn't it
kind?
get
Why
places-
cream
Can you
corn?
imagine the smell? Like,
Isn't
Also,
that
that's
what
it
get
smell
places?
amazing.
ladies,
but
ladies,
with, like-
ladies,
Now they say
ladies.
it's tuna helper.
Hold on, ladies.
Oh no.
I would like to make a public service announcement. Ladies, it's not good for your body
No.
to
No.
be in cream corn or hamburger helper
Yeah.
or anything that is not made to go
You need the-
in certain
the
places.
pH balance
It'll-
is delicate.
It'll
It's
unbalance your
delicate.
pH.
Exactly.
I
Don't
have
do that.
another serious question.
Yes.
I don't have a sense of smell.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Please describe for me what that would smell like.
The hamburger
Awful.
helper on a body?
Yeah, just after a half hour,
sweat.
2 hours.
Not good.
No, just
Not great,
you know what?
Brian.
Here's the thing. Hamburger definitely is a great freaking smell. It's like onion powder, all these
Uh-huh.
herbs and spices,
Yes.
like manufactured in fucking whatever.
Wow.
But you add
The tang. of body sweat.
body sweat and like perfume.
Well, depending
Oh,
pheromones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pheromones.
The hairspray, Aquanet,
Oh
just
yeah,
melting
and that
into it.
sugar body
Tons of glitter.
spray.
Yeah.
Don't forget glitter.
Oh, glitter.
It's a sparkly
And
hamburger
it's really
helper.
not a good.
God, our chat is like out of the control right now.
I was at a
This is great.
strip club for my brother's bachelor party, and
In
going up
Albuquerque?
there in Albuquerque.
Okay.
Which one?
TD's North, probably.
Ted's Deli.
Ted's Deli. So he was delivering $1 to a young lady at the time, and
I'm raising my hand.
Whoever needs to be a raise a hand.
Sorry. Go ahead.
so he's
Sorry.
delivering
There's
$1 to a
extras
young
in the
lady.
middle of the table.
Oh,
He
sorry,
does
never
it, and he pulls his face back, and he comes to me because he knows I don't have a sense of smell, and he says, "It smells like rancid lemonade."
Smells like
Rancid
lemonade.
Lemonade?
So I'm trying to put together the smell of hamburger or the taste of hamburger helper, which I love, with rancid lemonade. That's what I imagine it smelling like.
That you know what? That's probably accurate.
Okay.
Ugh.
That's
Noted.
Yeah,
Huh.
but just ladies, don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
Well, it's like some side.
Unless you really love hamburger, unless that's a
Unless you
valid
really love
life
it.
choice. I'm
That
not going to
hamburger
shame
helper.
anyone.
If it makes you feel good.
If you
it really,
enjoy it,
Not to
do
yuck
it.
your
If
yum.
it brings you to a place of like you know,
Empowerment. If it empowers you, do it,
it
girl.
could be meditative. You
Yeah,
know,
Mm.
cooking is meditative.
but if
It's
you
kind of the
don't
same
like
thing.
it, don't do it.
I'd like to think the owner goes home. He's like, "Mom, I need you to make some hamburger helper," and she's like, "Oh, sure, hon." He's like, "Enough for a kiddie pool."
My friends
Somebody
are
just
hungry.
said. Robin just said with Britney Spears Circus, which is a body spray. Absolutely,
Oh.
hamburger helper plus Britney Spears Circus would smell like rancid lemonade.
Plus
And,
suave hairspray.
Brutal
Yes.
Candor said, "Keep food out your junk."
yeah, out
food
your
out your-
junk. Yeah,
Well,
don't put food in
I
your
don't
junk.
trust that advice.
Yeah.
Hey, excuse me, sir. I fucking put food in anywhere I want to.
That's what they call it, junk food.
You don't
And
tell
then-
me.
Zach just said, if hamburger helper sparks joy, exactly.
Yes.
If it sparks joy, you do
You got to Marie
but-
Kondo that
Don't,
hamburger.
All right.
don't yuck somebody's yum,
Yeah.
somebody's
Yeah.
fetish or whatever.
I've never heard that, but I love it. Don't
I've
yuck
heard
Yuck
everything.
somebody's
Yeah.
yum.
All of,
Yeah.
my brother, and me.
don't yuck
They've
somebody's
said it
yum is a
several
thing.
thousand times.
Okay, never heard it.
I've never heard that either.
I just want to throw
I
this
love it.
out
It's
there
cute.
because I love like pitch meetings.
Yeah.
I want to say that there was a moment where someone's like, "Well, we gotta bring something new in here. This it's getting stale. This Vaseline wrestling and KY jelly." And this one guy's like, "All right,
Jello.
hear me out on this. Hamburger helper."
Or it's more like he has to like really get the ball rolling. He's like, okay, what do men and women like?
eating.
You walk home.
What
at the end
makes
of a
you
hard
feel
day.
comfortable?
Some people are like, a truck broke down outside. It's filled with hamburger helper. Let's go, guys.
And then it was successful.
Yeah.
Like the hamburger helper night was like, dude, we made $7,000 tonight, man. We just make 3. Oh
my God.
hamburger
That's
helper night
$3.
is a success.
Did
Going-
people eat the hamburger helper off the girls?
Yes.
For sure.
I'm sorry,
It's
that
sushi.
just dawned on me. I didn't mean to interrupt you,
Just
but it
scraping it off with
Yeah.
sporks.
And the thing is,
Just
like,
really
sporks. They had to have
getting that
sporks.
out of the.
Okay.
you understand how beer is just basically just fucking wheat and whatever.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They still now sell it for $6 a pint.
It's true.
Hamburger Helper is cheap, and we can make our food truck selling high-end hamburger helper.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
A
Why
food
is
truck
there-
with that.
Why is
yes.
there no hamburger helper beer?
Because
Wait a minute. Have you
Burger
guys
helper?
had the Hellas at Marble? There's
No.
a beer called the
Yes.
Hellas. It's like it tastes like a ham sandwich. Not even joking.
It does.
Like you
What?
drink
It
that.
really does. It tastes like a
smells-
ham sandwich.
It smells like a barbecue.
I am not about that.
It's weird,
Like
It's
Hella?
weird,
but
but
kind of good.
strangely satisfying.
What?
A little bit good.
But is it hamburger helper?
Like,
You're right,
would I
you're right. It's
drink
not
a
hamburger
whole
helper.
pint of it? Probably
Maybe
not.
Well,
Y'all-
I think they sell it by the 10 ounce.
But it was like
Yo.
interesting.
I hate pizza
3
flavored
cheese
candy.
macaroni. Nice.
And you know, it's
Mom
just,
used to
just to
make.
be like ration protein like after like in, like 20 years, or everything you drink is just your sustenance for the day. It's like, oh,
God Almighty,
I'm getting a hamburger helper. Oh my God, like freaking
This is
paella.
amazing.
Yeah.
this is America.
I wonder if a lot of people, like managers of strip clubs, were like, okay, so Bill Cosby happened. Jello is off the table,
Yeah,
guys.
right. No
I
pudding,
don't
no
know.
jello.
We need to
Ooh.
try something else.
Someone said Zach said in the chat that we must be in with big hamburger helper. We're like lobbying for them.
We're
I don't
lobbying.
know. We were pushing the cheap
craft.
stuff.
No,
We were
we're
pushing.
I was
Sure
pushing
Fine.
Kroger.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure fine. Whatever.
Sure, fine.
I'll eat
Yeah,
that.
it's got great value.
What is the hamburger helper that like you see it in the store and you're like, who's buying that?
Oh.
It's me.
Mine's spaghetti. Mine's the spaghetti one because I'm like, come on,
make
man.
spaghetti.
Fucking spaghetti's super
You
easy.
could just
think
make
we described
spaghetti.
it. It's the
I
Britney
don't
Spears
know.
Circus
Which
hamburger
one?
helper.
The Britney Spears circus flavor.
That's what
The
everybody's like. I
rancid
don't know.
lemonade one.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that's one I want to try.
I don't know. I think just the ones that are like, do you really need that in a box? You could just buy like spaghetti.
Oh, what if it's a box where it's like, you know how there's Captain Crunch all
Oh,
berries?
God.
Yes.
It's like hamburger helper all meat.
It's just a box.
Just like,
It's got some spices.
Well, so when I lived in eastern New Mexico, you would hear bad stories about like the strip clubs in Amarillo, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, that one closed because the stripper was pouring a beer off her body into the guy's mouth, and a crab went right in his eye. I wanted to happen in
I think
Albuquerque.
it was a sea crab.
I wanted to happen in Albuquerque. Like the stripper was pouring like a beer off
Was
her
it a
body.
sea spider?
And a fucking noodle went right in some dude's fucking eye.
Oh my
Right in his nose, man.
You know, the thing is, like, he's
All
like,
the way.
what do you call it, the gluten allergy person?
It's
It's like
celiac
a dog-
disease.
Oh my god, you
Yeah,
got a real laugh out
celiac
of me.
disease, and like, it went
Oh
into
my
his
God.
mouth.
He's like, no, thank you, no dollar for you. I have gluten
No,
allergy.
thank you. I am not into this. I am gluten free.
Man,
I don't have celiac. It's just that I'm.
It's a preference.
It's just a preference. It makes me feel bloated.
Okay,
So Brian has a daughter
sorry.
who has celiac disease, so he's he's always just like, no, you don't have celiac disease. You could eat wheat because he
If you
has.
have celiac disease, you know because you vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you,
It's bad.
it's gross. It's
Yeah.
bad.
It's rough.
Like, you
Yeah.
know. So my boyfriend is a brewer, and now I have so many ideas of different beers he should make.
hamburger
Like,
helper.
I love
Helped.
I love to torture him
And the thing is,
with my stupid ideas.
It's
And
you
one
trolling
time,
him, and then like actually, these are actually good beer ideas.
I know. Well, okay, so we were in Trinidad and we got drunk.
That's what
first
you
thing
do.
in the morning.
What you do.
Just
And
drunk.
all of us were super drunk first thing in the morning, and we're like, what if, guys,
First thing
what
in the
if
morning, I
we
love that.
made a breakfast cider with maple syrup? And so I text him,
Oh,
and
we're
we
trolling.
think he's gonna be like, why? And he was like, actually, if you guys are thinking
Actually.
about more savory with a little bit of sweetness, I
That
would
is
be
not a
okay
bad
with that.
idea.
That's a
If you
pretty good
guys get
idea.
the supplies, I will make it. And
feel
I was
like-
like, babe,
I feel like you shouldn't have said that on a podcast because now everyone's
Yeah,
going to be
intellectual
getting
property.
up on
There's
that
still the
idea.
no,
idea.
it's fine. He's not gonna do.
You just
it
need to
now.
mail yourself a letter with that idea, with the recipe, and you'll be good.
Need to but now I'm just gonna go to his house tonight and be like, okay, hear me out. We need a hamburger helper beer and
So would it be a stout? What are we
SpaghettiOs
talking?
beer. Oh, a stout.
Me, I'm just like,
Spaghetti.
what? Brian's like,
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
So I feel like the hamburger helper would probably be a stout.
I think you're right.
I think the SpaghettiOs would be like an ale
Being
or a lager. Maybe not a lager. I don't know.
Maybe
but
an amber.
there would just
or a
be
red.
little like O's of
Amber is the color.
pasta floating in the beer. And okay,
Go
he
Sparks.
also listens to this podcast every week while he brews, so he's going to love.
So he's gonna
this
fuck
portion.
up the recipe.
Yeah,
while
he's just gonna be
working.
like, you know what, SpaghettiOs beer sounds dope.
It'll be called
Dude.
Don't Sit With Us.
I'm all for.
Don't
I'm all for
Ooh, good one.
Captain Crunch Berries flavored. That'd be an amazing beer.
Oh, and all berries?
Ooh, I'm
all
gonna tell him.
berries.
I'm gonna text him that right now.
Oops,
Okay,
all
that
berries
actually- that's
beer.
okay.
I hate to hit the brakes on everything.
Okay.
But we are at the end of the hour, so
Oh, time flies.
and I had to fix the video. The video
Time flies when you
froze for
have
a
good
second. Yeah.
guests.
So we will in the second hour we will not be 10 drink minimum. This will be Brian and Gio made a podcast. So can you guys go ahead and promote where can people find your show if they want to listen to it?
Yeah, sure. You could find us online at brianandgeopodcast.com. You can download or stream the episodes from there. Or you could find us on Apple Podcasts.
Ooh.
Subscribe. Send us a rating and a review, but only 5 stars. Otherwise, don't.
Only 5 stars or fuck off.
Exactly. And then
You can also we're big on the Twitter. We tweet
Ooh.
from Brian and Gio. Our Instagram is Brian and Gio. Gio is on Twitter at
at Rock and Roll Geo, and Brian's on Twitter at,
very exciting.
and that's it.
That's what you called very exciting.
Very exciting.
I love
Wow.
it.
Billy, do you have anything to promote?
Just the show on July 7th at Broken Trail Distillery in Manal. With Brand Lunscombe from Clovis. He's coming through. And Robin Frank, who will be opening the show. I'll play in the middle, and then Brandon's going to close out the show.
James, what do you got?
As always, you can always watch me on Hulu, second season of Midnight Texas, or look me up online on Snatchers.
Did you work on that?
Holly?
I have a new open mic at Inside Out every Monday. So tomorrow, we are collaborating with the Slumber Party Boys. Well, not collaborating, but we're cooperating with the Slumber Party Boys. They have an open mic at Red Door Candelaria location. Their sign up is at 7. Their show starts at 8. Our sign up is at 8. Our show starts at 9. So come on through. Also, just so you know, Inside Out has a full bar, and Royal and I are really, really stupid and hilarious for the first 5 to 10 minutes of the show. So come through. You'll see us bicker like a married couple. And I have a show coming up at the end of the month at Broken Trail, but the date is to be announced.
Ooh.
So
It's a secret?
it's a secret. It's probably me and Royal. So just so you guys know.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. I have a whole new 30-minute set. So,
Nice.
keep an eye out for that. And follow me on Instagram at Hollybird Comedy.
Nice. June 21st, the band Russian Girlfriends will have a album release show at Launchpad.
Nice.
And I usually wouldn't bring that up because, that's nothing to do with our show, except it does. We're going to
Because-
actually be podcasting live from the Launchpad as much as we can. If the internet is good and it works, we'll be live. If not, we'll just record it and we'll give it to you. But we'll be live at the Launchpad. You can come down. You can stand and watch us. We'll be next to the bar.
Stand and watch.
Yeah.
We will, of course, be next to the bar.
No, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just be like, hand me beers right here. But, so we'll be July 21st be at Launchpad for the Russian Girls album release.
Oh,
I always want
and
to
you
say
guys-
CD release, but
and you guys don't want to miss my costume for that night. I am
It is-
participating in the costume contest.
It is a Baphomet,
Baphomet.
costume party.
It's Baphomet Beach
Beach party.
Party. So you have to have Baphomet. I sound like Bathmat.
I don't know what this is.
Bahamut.
That's like
Baphomet.
satanic. Yeah, it's very
He's
satanic.
he's
Oh, that
satanic.
guy.
Yeah.
He's a
That guy.
demon.
Okay.
And I hear a rumor that my costume is going to be the best one.
Ooh.
Very
I
revealing.
am having a costume made for me, I was told.
What?
Already, yes. You're
You're getting an unfair advantage because I already know who's making yours.
You do. Yeah.
I was
So-
not told this.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
will
Hey,
have to-
James, check this out.
Are you going to be Cthulhu? Is that what you're going to be?
I have no... Dude, that would be cool, right? I have,
Everyone's
like,
making his. I'm making my own like an
Sabrina's making
adult.
it.
Do I have to bust out my sewing machine?
Yes.
Will you help
Notice
me?
I
me.
dare you.
Notice me.
Smiley, is this
You
new
can't make my
skill?
own costumes. I was a-
Yeah.
You
Oh
didn't
my
know
God.
he could-
Do
What?
this.
You didn't know he could sew?
I didn't know you could sew.
Yeah.
So
I was a professional dancer for
I've
20
always,
years.
I
I
always
talk.
call
my
him
own
old
costumes.
so-and-so.
We'll talk on the break.
So, yeah, and then you can add us on 10drinkminimum.com. You can go to our facebook.com/10drink. Also on Instagram at 10drink. I think it's the same thing on Twitter. I don't remember. I'm terrible at Twitter. You guys are much better at that than we are.
And the thing is, you get
Yeah.
a lot of feedback on Twitter. And you're just like, oh, I see it 10 days later.
I get more on Instagram. Way more. On
I
Instagram.
get way more.
Instagram's
on
the
Insta.
social
We're
media
actually-
of like now,
Nobody
I think.
likes me on Twitter, and I tweet really good things.
We're actually
I like
closing
you
in
on
on the
Twitter.
grand on Instagram.
Ooh.
So keep adding us. Yeah, and we're definitely going to keep drinking. We're going to go into this second hour, which is
It's not the Wavy Hour.
nope. Brian and Gio made a podcast,
And
so
so it's we're guests on the Brian Geo podcast.
stay tuned. And
Podcast.
you know, you can drink during their show, like we're going to, but always remember,
Never get too drunk to jerk 10drinkminimum.com.
By all accounts, your hand-built towers of life. Not a hero was saved. On appearance of souls by your subjects, steal your thumb. Don't you come this way. What's the use of fire if you can't burn a sea for all to climb? My fate was not the same as everyone is slave. Hear the word of what you earn. Your friends turn fickle, you're to blame. The envy veers to jeers as the glass they throw it break. Walk this way. Was I that incommodious? Can I plead to keep my head? My fate is not the same as everyone I slay. By all accounts, you cursed the sky, the crowd, the ground. Didn't say your prayers. You were the king who walked on shards of jars that held your people's fate. Now here is my mind will be clear before my hair rolls. Now here is my mind will be clear before my hair rolls. Chop. For all the years that I kept away strong, there was no use crawling to the dust. I'm speaking of wishes more than days, they could be better. Don't assume that I'm just way high. The world's apart and I wanted to save a portion for us. What could be better? How do you do that? Till the place on, I'm back to my dream started. One day next to your skin. Chasing on. Was it you? Your face is red as your hands. I've got time to park at the end and walk with you to the corner of Richmond. Your apartment's nice, if there were we all the years that I kept away strong, there was no use crawling to the dust. I'm speaking of wishes, what were the days? They could be better. Don't Chase it all, chase it all. You hear that sound? It's the sound of you taking me back. Your eyes say no, that look is my own. But Patton said, for an asshole right in my ears. Come on, just a slice of what we had. Just the same, but you're a kind of ghosts floating in a maze of mine demise. Had to set for a second time machine to take me to the dawn of when we met. Chase it all, chase it all. You hear that sound? It's the sound of you taking me back. Your eyes say no, that look is my own. Prepare to set for an asshole right in my ears. Come on, just a slice of what we had. It's not about you, it's all about to cry. Take your time and look away, realize the things you say. On a Proclamate the Godfather Henry IV the Model T. Pilate made the G2, you two made Joshua Tree, but Brian and Gio made a podcast.
Boom, boom, boom. Cool.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Brian, Billy, and Chris, and Holly, and Smiley, and Gio made a podcast about Miley Cyrus, modern-day
Yes.
Siren or absolute train wreck.
What did you say? Modern day what?
Siren.
Oh.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Mm,
So that's a question we need to answer right away.
that's what our podcast is about. Remember you guys, we decided a
Been
long time
talking for
ago. We've
years.
been talking for years about doing a Miley Cyrus podcast
Yes.
This is
together.
our pilot episode.
This is the pilot episode.
Oh my
We're
God, I'm so
finally
excited.
doing
when
it,
she
you
was
guys.
still on Hannah Montana. we were like,
Tortured
Oh.
genius.
Oh gosh. I have very, very, very many opinions.
Great.
Good.
Good, 'cause we're
That's
gonna
why
get
we
into
started
it.
this podcast.
Yeah.
And we expect it to go for many, many episodes.
Many episodes.
so-
We're looking at about at least 100. We're shooting for 100 episodes
Yes.
of Miley
100
Cyrus.
That's syndication.
I feel like you're like modern Siren or the new Lohan. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Aren't they the same
So-
age? Oh, sorry.
Wait.
Go ahead. No.
Will we start?
Yeah.
We have a thing.
We have a thing.
We have a schedule. We have a plan. We
Uh-huh.
planned
Okay.
it. So, wait. Smiley.
Yes.
Hey, man.
Hey.
What's news with you?
What's news with me?
Yeah.
What's news with you just means what's going on in your
going
life.
on in your
Anything you
life?
want to talk about?
Oh.
Anything newsworthy in your life?
I'm working on some movie that I'm not supposed to talk about. I got a new girlfriend. That's really
That
awesome.
you're not supposed to talk about.
No. That one. We're.
So tell us all about
You're
her.
going to make it
Describe her in
podcast
minute
official?
detail.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God.
Her name's Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay.
What's up,
Hey, Lindsay. I'm
Hey.
sure. Hi, Lindsay.
Hey,
I-
Lindsay.
We love you, Lindsay.
Is this Lindsay Lohan?
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, damn. You were talking shit about her, Chris. Oh, jeez.
Cheese me.
Well, congratulations on the movie and the lady friend.
My mom is visiting me for the next 2 months.
Oh,
Is
mom
your mom
stuff,
named
too.
Lindsay?
What's that?
Is your mom Lindsay?
Yes. I think
Same
they're probably no. They're probably hanging out right now
Oh, cool.
without me because that's always comfortable.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Good.
She's showing him baby pictures or showing her baby pictures. So nice.
That always seems
great.
scary. Like you're like, I'm gonna leave you alone with my family. Yeah.
They have shovels? I don't know. And a lot of lie. Why does my family have so much lie?
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you're the parent in the room. Do you feel that there is people you can't? Oh, both of you guys are parents.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, we-
are there
we-
certain people that were like, yeah, we'll watch our kids? We're like, fuck no.
No, actually, I feel like Brian. I wouldn't leave her with Brian for sure.
We just watch porn.
What?
Or, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, neither of those are good for my child
Yeah,
to
we
be
tried
around.
to
I
watch it.
think.
We tried to have our girls watch it the other day in honor of D-Day.
You tried to make your children watch
This
Saving
will
Private
be my
Ryan?
news. This is what's news with me.
Okay.
Okay.
So Lizzie, my wife, really wanted to watch. My wife.
Sorry.
Wanted to watch Saving Private Ryan in honor of D-Day. So she invited her parents over, and she's like, and the girls can watch it too. I'm like, you remember the first 15 minutes of that movie is like the most brutal thing.
It's rough.
And how old are they?
Yeah, 7 and 10.
Oh, well,
Yeah. Little young.
Little young.
My daughter, wait, I'm gonna.
Not to mention Tom Sizemore is in it.
Tom Sizemore
Yeah.
is in that
No one
movie.
wants to see that guy.
Nobody.
No.
the wind out of me, sir.
all I'm saying is like if when I have kids, and there's literally nobody to watch my kids, I would leave my baby with Chris for like 4 hours.
You would?
I would.
Yeah.
Hey Billy,
That's
would
great.
you leave your
That's good.
kids with me?
Okay, I would do that before
I think
Chris.
that's before me.
yeah.
I'd be like in the kitchen. I'd be like, what
What do you eat? Like, what are you?
No, I wouldn't even know where the baby is. I was like, oh, fuck, the baby in the living room.
What is that noise?
I'm in the kitchen with a hamburger helper.
Like, does this baby eat hamburger helper?
Billy comes home and the kid's coated in hamburger helper.
Call
Just eat
back.
whatever's in front of them.
It's true. Edible or not.
Yeah.
Where am I on this list?
I think you're after Chris.
Whoa.
Guys, I
my
topped the
goodness.
list.
No, and I would definitely put Holly Ann way above me.
But say Holly were like on tour, and like you're the last resort. What you would just
This
You're
sounds like a
last
really
man on
fucking
earth.
bad Netflix comedy. He's never been a father.
I'm sorry, Gio, you're on that list too.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for trusting
I
me
try
with
and
your
make
baby.
kids watch Saving Private Ryan. So.
Yeah, Brian's at the
So
bottom.
you're after Chris.
I'm letting them watch Shaving Ryan's Private.
Yeah, I tried to watch that, but it's not available anymore.
I'm trying to watch this. I guess it's not appropriate for babies, so turn it
Shut up,
around.
baby. No, I always whenever we have a movie night every Friday. So on movie night, whenever it's my turn, they say, "What are you gonna pick, Dad?" I'm like, "The Shining."
Oh,
I always pick the most horrific thing that'll scare.
That's what I
so
would
they go
do.
away.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean,
Oh my
not
God,
with
that's-
somebody
that's
else's
tight.
kid, but with my kid, I'd be
Yeah.
like, slasher film.
yeah. The other day I was like, "We're gonna watch Helvetica." Yes, that's
Yes.
a documentary about a typeface.
It's
And
great.
we watched it, and they fell asleep.
Nice.
And I won.
Then you put on,
You
then you
win.
put on pie. This is
Yeah.
3.14, motherfucker.
Y'all, everyone want to watch Jacob's Ladder?
Yeah, Jacob's Ladder. That's where
Yes.
to go. Tim
Kids
Robbins.
like
has-
Vietnam.
If I saw Jacob's Ladder when I was 10,
Yeah.
I would be a different person.
I saw
I
Jacob's
saw it
Ladder.
when I was
So did
10.
I
I.
did, yeah.
That should change the
You-
chemicals in my
If I
brain.
hadn't have seen it, I would be a
You
really
knew you grew up
different
like
person.
in the 80s when you
Yeah.
saw Jacob's Ladder when you
My
were a
father-
young child.
My father.
Took me to see Platoon in the theater.
Oh, Lord.
And Full Metal Jacket.
Oh,
In the theater when I was like 10, 11, 12. I don't know when. Whatever fucking time that was. And
Wow.
kids at school were super jealous.
Oh, I bet.
so is your dad like a veteran? Is that why you did
Correct.
that? Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
I thought you were going
He's
to say,
like-
is your dad in jail?
Correct. No, I'm just kidding.
Still. So, Billy, what's
Yes.
news with you?
The news with me is I also have a new girlfriend.
Oh, what's she like? Is her name Lindsay?
No, I won't at her, but she's been a big part of my life for the last 4 months. I'm sorry.
Hooray!
Yeah, it's great.
That's great.
She's young. She's a millennial, and
So
so
she-
what that
Ooh,
means,
I've
she
heard of
eats,
these.
she eats a lot of ass, and she loves avocado toast.
Wait, what did you say?
I
You say she eats a lot of ass?
Yes, yes, he
all I
did.
heard.
Oh,
Yes.
Lot of
he
ass
did.
and-
Yes,
She says
come
yas.
through.
Come
Their
through.
podcast is family friendly, Billy.
No,
it's not.
the thing is, like,
Is it though?
so basically, when we started dating, I was like, "What do my millennials like?" And the first that popped up was eating ass.
That's
Yeah,
number one.
and then avocado
Avocado
toast.
toast.
And number
and-
3, reruns of Rugrats.
Yes, come through.
Anything
Come
from
through,
Nickelodeon.
yeah.
So, I know this is your news for you, but like also, I'm really good friends with Billy's girlfriend because
So she does like to eat ass.
she,
No, the thing is,
yeah,
when I'm trying to impress her in a conversation, like obviously I'm a decade older than her,
yeah.
and so it's one of those things where like, hey, like I like craft brew, and so I like eating ass, and she looks at me, it's like, yes, come through with that eating ass.
Bro.
I love it.
That's a thing? Yas, come
Yes.
through.
Yes.
Queen.
Millennials love eating ass, so I googled it. It's like, what do millennials like? And that was the first thing.
I love it. It's so great.
Jesus.
Chris, what's news with you?
I don't have a girlfriend. Love is not in the air for me. I had to take a break yesterday from drinking because I drank too much the 2 days before. Yeah. I missed Pride because I was too hungover.
Oh.
Oh.
You know, I was kind of sad about that. I was like, damn it.
There was too much going on yesterday.
Okay.
There was a lot
There
going
was
on
a
yesterday.
lot
Oh,
going on
sorry, this is
yesterday.
true. I'm not going to go into that. Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
was crazy. Like there was a Comic-Con this
Comic-Con?
weekend.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pride
And I-
Why would they
Parade?
choose
City?
Pride Weekend to
I-
do Comic Con?
Okay,
Was it
Pride Weekend?
Well,
Also,
plenty of
Heights
reasons.
Summerfest.
Yep.
Yeah.
really?
Also,
Yes.
a huge game at the
United?
United. And so, like today, I'm driving, and I see someone dressed as
Unicorn.
Captain Marvel,
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
and I'm like, what the? Oh God, there's a Comic-Con. Dang it, I forgot.
Good Captain Marvel costume. Bad
No.
Would
Rate
they
it on
have been a
scale
better
of 1
unicorn?
to Lindsay.
Oh, sorry.
Better unicorn, yeah.
Better
Oh.
unicorn.
Okay. Well,
Why not?
Can I have a beer?
what about Holly Ann? What's news with you?
Well, I have a boyfriend.
Oh my God!
This is the first time
Always
that
got
a lot of
boyfriend.
us have relationships.
Oh, a lot of us.
Well, I did.
It's
I'm
been a
sorry,
while,
Chris.
yeah.
Can I ask- sorry, go
Huh?
ahead.
What? No, go.
I have a question.
Yes.
I thought you
So,
wanted to be-
Billy?
yes, I would love a beer, but yes, do you think it's better to out yourself with a boyfriend, or just kind of keep it on the DL?
Yeah.
Well, I never
Show
show
Holly
myself
Ann,
with my
thanks.
boyfriends.
So
I never let them know.
So here's the thing. For a while, I was kind of like, I'm not gonna say anything because my whole comedy thing has always been, because for the last 2 years I've been bona fide single lady, hate men.
I'm a single lady.
Yeah, that was my theme song.
Put your
really.
hand up.
Put your hand up. Oh, you have to put the left hand up because that's
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
So now you're like, if you like, you should have put a ring. You know.
And so what happened is this. I met him. I had a lot of fun with him, and then I met his daughter. Fell in love with his daughter before I fell in love with him. Honest to godness.
Sure.
And
Children
now
have
I
that.
have been fully domesticated,
Ooh.
and I have jokes
You're making hamburger
now.
helper every
Yes. Oh,
Wednesday.
yes.
Pooing in a box.
You actually buy a kiddie pool for a kid. It's like weird.
Real strange.
But my comedy
KY
has
is
changed.
just for sex.
This is also news. My comedy has changed, which I always thought if I was in a happy relationship, my comedy would suffer because, hello, I've been a single lady,
Sure.
feminist, man hater, whatever. That's what box I got put in. And now I have jokes about potty training and
Don't we
being.
all?
You're like
You know.
early Roseanne Barr. Like, I'm a domestic goddess.
So say we all.
But so that's news.
Cool.
I got to go on a emergency room trip with a baby for the first time because we
Those
thought
are
she was
blasts.
dying.
Yeah.
She just had croup. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
You know,
you said this to me earlier.
yeah,
Croup sounds like to me
some kind of
like a fish.
Yeah.
You're like, the weekend go. Oh, caught a lot of croup
got a lot of croup.
at the lake. You know?
So here's
Fridge
the
is full.
thing.
Baby ate croup.
Maybe I'm
I
thinking grouper. Isn't grouper,
Grouper,
a fish?
That is a fish.
Yeah, it is
No, it's
fish.
gross.
Thank you.
Giant fish.
Groper. Groper's
so
a fish?
here's the thing.
Rover.
I don't have a baby of my own, right? Okay. So what
That
happened?
you know of.
Well, yeah, I do drink a lot.
Anymore.
I do drink a whole lot, so I don't know. I might have a baby. But she was making a weird noise, and we thought that she was. We kind of
Common
thought.
baby thing.
She's saying, Dada.
She's like mama, and you're like, whoa.
Oh, let's pump the brakes.
This weird noise came out of her mouth.
Not your mom, not your milk.
No. She was making, and we thought she was fake coughing because kids do that. Okay, right?
Sure.
They have
You
the
know-
black lung.
Yeah, it sounded like she had the black lung or, whatever. But then we realized that she kind of sounded like she swallowed a squeaky toy or she couldn't breathe. So we took her to the emergency room like responsible adults. I'm sure he's going to be so proud of how I'm representing myself as a
Swallowed
female
a squeaky
figure
toy.
in this little girl's life.
So how long were you in the emergency room?
We were okay. So here's the deal. I was a cancer patient. If I didn't gain anything else from surviving cancer, I do know the best ERs to go to any given night of the week. Okay?
Depending on what night it is.
Yes,
Tuesday
no,
night.
there are certain nights.
Saturday nights.
It's like the perk of happy.
Loveless
Live and die on that
women's.
field.
Let me tell you, Albuquerque people, loveless women's.
Oh.
Everybody thinks it's only for women and pregnant ladies.
Nay.
It's not.
Nay.
It is not.
No, my brother
So-
ended up there with a migraine once.
Right?
It's fantastic.
Exactly.
In and
Quick,
out.
quick, quick.
Hey, maybe don't give that secret away though.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a life hack. Life hack.
UNMH.
That's why everybody goes to
everybody
Bar
is
Uno.
the
UNM
best.
Hospital is what I
UNM.
meant.
Bar Uno for emergencies.
No.
This is what I
Every
meant.
day of the
UNM
week.
Hospital is the place to be on Thursday nights when you need to go to the emergency room. But we go. Everything was fine. She just has like a coffee
Sure.
thing.
On Tuesdays,
whatever.
my buddy Jim, he'll
Yeah.
fix anything.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. Just take them.
And here's the thing. This is the best part of this whole experience. On the printout that the hospital gave us, they described the cough as a barking seal. And we were like, yeah, no, that's
accurate.
You nailed
That's
it.
accurate.
We
I've
did
heard
not
of
know that
seals.
was a thing.
I've been around
I mean-
seals and I know. That's
Right.
what it's
Tell me if I'm wrong here. He's like, we've got to take her to the emergency room, and Hollyann's like, oh, I got this. And you pull a wig out and you throw it on, and it's your hair like combed to the side. You walk in, and he's like, sorry, we're really busy, and you're like, oh, are you Jim? I would like to speak with your manager, please.
I am a VIP here. No, but that's
Check
a
the
thing.
list.
If
I'm
ever,
with the DJ.
right, if ever you guys need to know the best place to go for medical attention, I'm your girl.
I'm
Also-
I pull my phone out, and they're like, are you dialing 911? I'm like, no, I'm hitting Hollyann up. She knows fucking thing, man.
exactly
There's
I
like
know.
blood
She's
spurting
like,
out my
go
neck.
to Ted's. Wait,
Wait, just wait.
you caught me in the wrong frame of mind.
As a confirmed piece of trash, where is the loveless men's hospital, though?
You know what? You're right.
You're right.
Hashtag men
it's,
too.
It's
Let's go march
Presbyterian
that straight
downtown, like you deserve.
It's called duct tape, Billy.
Don't say Billy, I know
That
him.
shit fucking works.
It's called WD-40 and duct tape,
Gorilla glue.
like you deserve.
Because I need
Because
to
men are
represent
trash.
as trash, so I don't know where the straight pride parades are and the
God.
loveless men's parade.
Yeah, men are trash. Also, I
Men
saw-
are-
Loveless men's hospital. I'm sorry.
Period.
men
End of
are
sentence.
trash. And in other news, I have a new open mic.
Yay!
And that's an Inside Out. So that's exciting.
The movie, the Pixar movie.
I wish.
Inside
but-
Out used to be like mezcal, and then Stereo Bar before
Yes.
that, and before that a
Golden
burned,
West.
a charred
Golden
piece of
West.
shit, and
Yes.
then before that
Golden
Golden
West.
West.
Yes.
It's called Inside Out.
You-
now?
you-
Yes,
You-
Does it not have
because
a
you're
ceiling?
inside, but you're
Ouch.
out.
Good night.
So you're saying they never fixed the roof?
No.
Yes.
Okay,
what I-
we're putting a fun spin on
think of
it,
it that
and it
way.
is
Yeah.
inside, but
The roof
out.
was on
You can
fire.
smoke
They
in
didn't
there.
want any
Yeah.
water.
They just let
What I want to
Motherfucker
think
burn.
of
They
is
just
they
let
made
that
the best
motherfucker
of a
burn.
bad situation.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, the roof completely burned off. Or
Or-
now we have a bar you can smoke
It's a room.
in.
Now
Yes.
we have an open
Gazebo.
air venue,
and you can smoke there,
Mm-hmm.
which I think the comedians are kind of. Here's the news to go outside during people's sets they don't like. And at our open mic,
That's the secret. I need to take up smoking.
yes.
I thought that's why God invented headphones.
So now you don't have an excuse to
Oh.
just go outside because guess what, guys? You can smoke it here.
Oh my God, that's always my out. It's like I'm gonna smoke a
Too
cigarette.
bad,
Yeah.
Billy. Too bad you're
Not
there for the
anymore.
long
Take
haul.
Not
it.
anymore.
I feel like
but that's what's news with
that's
me.
rude. I just watch everybody's stuff.
Good job,
Good
Chris.
job,
You're
Chris.
so
Man.
sweet.
He's the
Stand up
sweetest.
human being.
But
You
I've
know
been
what?
doing this for 4 years, and some people tell the same 3 jokes that they told 4 years ago, and sometimes I like to pretend I'm smoking.
We want names. We want no.
No,
Don't do names.
no,
Don't do
no.
names.
I don't.
Please don't
Charlie,
do
Joe
Yes.
Bob,
Yeah.
Ray.
names. Ray.
Chad.
Fucking Ray.
Geo. What's news?
Oh, also Kyler. Kyler is really
Hi,
a new
Kyler.
on the scene.
What's that girl?
He's- yeah.
I saw Kyler go up. No, that's not news with me. News with me is, you know what I was doing on Saturday while the Pride Parade was going on?
What?
Is I was taking my 3-year-old daughter to her first dance lesson.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have
What
a
sort of
3-year-old
dance?
too?
Well,
My
she's 2.
boyfriend's
She's
daughter.
almost 3.
Was it at that
Nice.
203 place?
God damn it, Brian.
This is the
Jesus.
pole you'll be dancing
Bada bing.
around. Dance.
No, it was at Keshet.
Oh, nice.
I
Wait, what?
love that.
Holler at Keshet.
Kesha.
Oh, I think
Keshet.
he said it's with Kesha. I was
Yeah,
like,
with Kesha. That was her
Kesha
instructor.
is in town.
Actually, that's
giving
why she has
toddler
glitter
dance
on
lessons.
her all the time.
She teaches them to brush their teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Exactly.
oh, fair.
Great skill.
No, but it's called Creative Movement. It's for 2 and 3 year olds, which you guys for the first 15 minutes is great. You know, it's fun.
Yeah.
You're watching
I
all
have
these
Creative
2-year-olds like being like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're dancing, and then after that, it's just pure chaos.
Yeah,
like
I
you just
can
have
imagine.
children running around,
Ugh.
and the
Full of
teacher's
energy.
just kind of doing her own thing, and you're just like,
It's like a Montessori school.
She's on her phone.
You're doing your
She's like,
own thing. I get it.
exactly.
She's on,
Here
she's
for
on,
it.
She's on Hinge, like hitting up dudes.
So we were talking about this Fortnite game that these children
Oh,
play.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've
I
heard of
don't
it.
know what it
It's
is.
great. It's great. It's
Don't
great.
they dance or something?
Boys are into dance now
Oh yeah.
because of Fortnite.
Really?
That's
They do that
I
floss
love
thing.
the
That's where the
floss.
floss came from?
So Fortnite's
No,
actually
it's
getting
this.
sued. It's actually getting sued
By a few
for,
people.
for stealing dances.
Right. And what's his name?
But also, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Turk from whatchamacallit? Turk from
From Fahrenheit 451.
no
No,
that
from
show.
Scrubs.
Oh, I don't watch that show.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's one of his dances.
Because he did a dance on that show.
Alfonso
Isn't it?
Ribera
Yes.
Oh yeah, the
Stole
Carlton.
Right.
Carlton
is on
dance.
there. Yeah.
I don't understand this.
I
What is-
don't-
I'm
But
starting to wonder, what
also
is
the thing
Fortnite?
is,
What
like,
I don't
they
know.
don't.
I can
ha-
explain, but go ahead.
Okay, so it's fair that there's intellectual property that goes along with these dances that you invented,
Correct. Yeah.
but also they didn't copyright it. So that's
Yes,
they're-
yes, they did.
Yeah.
The Carlton
Right.
is copyrighted.
Yeah, by being in the show.
Really?
Also.
Yes.
I had
And
no idea.
MC Hammer.
or the
Yes.
floss wasn't copyrighted. So like
No, that one
That's
wasn't. But
But floss existed
So
for
there's
a while.
also some NFL players who also had dude, these people copyrighted
They
shit
are
out.
Whoa.
Smart agents.
So okay, so what Fortnite is? It is a battle.
What's
Tell
called
us,
a
tell us,
video game.
It's a video game on your television device. No,
Video
so
game.
they made there's several of these video games called battle royal video games.
which
Okay.
all
Where-
take from the Japanese
God,
film
you guys,
Battle
we're so
Royale.
old. We're talking about Fortnite. It's probably like a 2-year-old,
I know.
3-year-old game,
Yeah.
right? It's been
Well,
around for a while.
It's a
But-
it's a third person shooter.
Okay.
And they drop you in this world, and you're fighting against other people who are on the like real world
like
people.
dance fighting.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
you have
understand.
guns.
I
But
also
so
thought
much
that.
better if it
Yeah.
was dance.
No, you have
I'm with
guns.
Geo. I don't understand.
Okay.
So it's like a first-person shooter.
It's like, have you ever seen the
Battle
movie
Royale.
Battle Royale?
Yes.
Okay. But-
Okay, it's a video game version of that.
Gotcha.
It's like
Okay.
everyone's dropped on an island and they kill each other till there's one left and you're the winner.
But there's
Okay.
way less girls.
Question.
Right.
Question.
Actual girls.
But okay.
Well, and the thing is, I would
it-
have a girl avatar, and I would play
Yeah,
as
you
the
would.
girl.
And a
Yeah.
girl as a guitar.
With
No.
pink hair.
But
pink
I
hair.
have a very important question for people who are confused about Fortnite. Okay, so it's a first-person
Nope.
shooter.
Third person.
Okay, third-person shooter game.
Yeah.
And then
I don't wanna
and then
get yelled
there's
at.
dancing. But why
Why
the
is it-
dancing?
Yeah, why the
First
dancing?
of all,
Okay.
it takes 2 weeks to play because it's a Fortnite.
No. So,
What
What I'm going to ask you is, what I'm going to ask you, Holly Ann,
Yeah.
is have you never been in our society? What happens after a touchdown?
I know, I get that, but
Oh,
Yeah,
same
so
thing.
okay,
So when you kill somebody
Yeah, what
and you're
happens
like,
when
you
you
do
kill
it
somebody?
Okay,
again.
so
Yeah.
it's like
Hunting
when
people,
it's like in
kill them, you
Halo.
dance.
It's like in
So,
Halo when you
okay.
teabag someone after you
Very
kill them.
simple.
That's
Yes.
my
Yeah,
That's
see, I
your
get that.
generation
That's
teabag.
my
You
question.
The next
crouch down
generation
over their
dance.
face. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This brings up more questions.
okay.
But okay, so you murder somebody.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Straight
then
up
and then
murder.
you do
Duh.
a touchdown dance.
Yes.
Duh.
Okay, I understand.
If you want, it's up to you.
I understand.
But
now.
You
okay,
don't have to.
you
But now
don't
the
have
kids are
to. But if
blind
you
to all
don't,
those
you're going to
things.
be a
Got it.
loser.
But
you also have to,
it's
like,
called
buy the
it's-
dances. It's
Wait,
very
wait.
complicated.
But it's
Okay.
okay. It's called NFL,
Yeah.
and no. But is anybody on Fortnite dancing like Miley Cyrus though? That's
Oh, yeah,
what I
sure.
wanna
Oh, yeah,
know.
we're talking
It's not like
I
a wrecking
wanna
ball
know.
comes down.
I'm so excited
Oh,
for
I
this
would love
topic.
that. Let's
So,
talk
can-
about Miley.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has anybody listened to her new record?
Yes.
No.
I have not.
Ladies.
Normally I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I've
but I
never
have not
listened to
it.
a record
I did.
A
I did.
record period.
What is
of
a
hers.
record?
Oh, of her.
Of hers.
Oh, okay.
No, I have a record.
I think the
rather.
best track she ever wrote was "Dancing in USA" or whatever.
No.
Oh, that was when she was little, young,
Yeah,
long
no.
hair Daisy
Her-
Dukes, Miley
okay,
Cyrus.
Her
Cannonball was kind of tight.
Cannonball?
But-
Wrecking Ball.
Cannonball.
Cannonball's
Wrecking
Damien Rice
Ball.
song.
Wrecking
I
Ball.
can't-
I'm sorry.
okay.
Wrecking Ball.
So
Thinking about
her
Breeders.
Cannonball's the
Damien
Breeders. Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Or Breeders.
Wrecking Ball.
her album,
The new one?
no, the one before that, Bangers.
With her animals? Oh, Bangers,
Bangers.
is good.
Bangers got me through my divorce. No joke, got me through my divorce.
I'm here for it.
That's when I became a fan.
I know what bangers are, so if,
Oh, really?
if the song,
what's that song?
if it's an album full of
Yes, I
bangers,
do.
I'm here for
I
it.
sent you
Yes.
on Twitter. What was that song?
I have no idea. Okay,
I did see the episode of 2.5 Men that she was on the other
Wait,
night.
there's men?
she was on. Okay.
Yes.
She was
Oh,
on 2.5
wow.
Men.
Okay.
She
Which,
plays
was it Charlie 2.5 Men or Ashton 2.5?
Ashton. Much prefer to Ashton.
okay. All right.
That was
all
actually
right.
my favorite second half. I couldn't have gotten better because
Was it a new
John,
episode?
John Cryer, honestly, is the gem of that series. But
Oh my
Jim,
god,
like
I'm
Jim
about to
from The
stab
Office,
every
Jim?
piece of your body right now that you just fucking did The Office and 2.5 Men in one sentence.
Like nobody's. I think it's like you cut off like 75%. Like, what are they talking about? I've never seen 2.5 Men.
Because it's
Me
awful.
neither.
okay, well,
I've
we were
seen
talking about Miley Cyrus,
more
and I
than
saw her
2.5
episode on that just yesterday.
Why? That's the question I have.
And I was like, I thought to myself, oh, I forgot she acts.
She acts, dude.
She
You know
She was
what?
Hannah Montana.
What's your favorite thing that Miley Cyrus has acted in?
Acted in.
I really liked it when she was twerking in front of that one dude.
Yeah.
Robin
Alan Thicke's son.
Robin
Thicke,
Thicke.
yeah, yeah.
That
I
was
knew.
fun.
I know that because they were like, "Oh, that's Alan Thicke's son." I went, "Ooh."
It was either him or
I was
Beetlejuice.
like Alan Thicke, the host
I didn't
of.
know that guy.
Alan Thicke is an amazing songwriter.
My
Alan
favorite.
Thicke is?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Alan Thicke.
I thought he
Okay,
was
wait
just
a
the
minute, wait
host.
a minute. Pause. Everybody take a drink because
Ready?
Brian talked about Alan Thicke on the podcast. That's
Ready,
one of our
everybody?
things.
Oh.
He's
Show
Canadian
me
too.
that smile again.
Show me that smile again.
Is that him singing?
No, but he
Oh,
wrote
that's
it.
He wrote that song.
Don't
I didn't know
waste
that.
another minute of your crying. We're nowhere near. We're nowhere near. The rest is ready to begin.
I do know
As
that.
long as we got each other, we got dumping.
We got the world spinning right in our
I
hands.
found
Baby,
my
rain or
tribe.
shine.
All the
No,
time.
you skipped the whole part.
Okay, too bad. It's over.
You
Okay,
are a
we're good.
piece of
It's
shit, Billy.
I found my tribe. I found my
Brian and
tribe.
Gio made a podcast. We sing.
We sing.
Nice.
Unfortunately.
I,
But
I
I
like
did
it.
see someone posted a video of him today singing.
Alan or Robin?
Alan Thicke.
Alan Thicke.
Of him singing
passed, rest
at
in peace.
R.I.P.
some sort of jazzercise video, but it was called Sexercise.
Yes.
What?
I should
Wait,
find
wait.
Wait, this is
What?
Robin or
I'm
Alan?
pretty sure.
Robin.
Okay, I was
What?
hoping you would say
Sexercise?
Alan.
I really
Wait,
wanted
Robin?
it to be
really
Alan
would
too.
rather it be Alan.
My
Robin
favorite-
sexercised.
Robin sexercised, Alan just jazzercised. maybe.
Everybody get up.
Everybody. My favorite Miley
yeah,
thing
please.
is the thing that she did with Liam Hemsworth, where she fell in love with him and
You mean
now they're
sex?
married.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Did you see pictures of their wedding on Instagram?
Yes, I did. I
too.
follow her on Instagram. Of course I do.
Yeah.
Their wedding was adorable, low key,
Very
vegan,
low-key. Very vegan. Also
Very
Of course, they're vegan.
elegant,
elegant,
beautiful,
classy.
classy.
She had her boobs
more?
out. I loved it.
What more could you ask for?
He is handsome.
He's very
I
handsome.
think
she's beautiful.
She is
like
gorgeous.
It's funny because like people are like they hate on her for like how she looks. I think
Really?
she's super.
She's
yes.
so
oh, yeah.
pretty.
All her
I think
amazing
And she's so
super
sweet. She loves her
She does have
dogs.
choppers. She
Yeah.
loves her
She
dogs.
loves her dogs. Did
Yeah.
you see? Oh my God, guys! Did you see when Miley Cyrus was on the red carpet and Liam couldn't be there and he was flirting with her on Instagram?
No.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's cute,
I
yeah.
love
My
it.
favorite thing that Miley does is she does these backyard recording sessions.
Yes,
She
those
sings
are amazing.
Awesome songs on YouTube. Search Miley Cyrus backyard.
Yes.
You get some interesting things, but there's a lot of really good. Her version of Jolene.
Yes.
On there
Oh,
is
amazing.
So
freaking
good.
great.
Fucking amazing.
Can I
So good.
Can I pull this in? And I'm sorry.
Let's
I'm,
reel us back in, bud.
So, you know who's more relevant than Miley Cyrus right
no
now?
one. Fuck
Who?
you.
No
Yeah.
one.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
I saw
Yes,
this, yeah.
you're right.
What did
Because
you do?
of his song.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the
Because
About
of
something.
it's because the song
Who?
"Old Town Road" by
Yes.
Lil Nas X, featuring
God damn it.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yes.
And now he is more relevant than Miley ever
That's
was.
right.
Yeah.
He's trying. He's flexing on her. It's like, listen, I understand you're the big shit now.
Father cannot flex on daughter. That's
And so
That's
he
kinda
flexed on her.
rude.
It's like, listen, I understand you're important with
Also
where you're
inappropriate.
twerking and the hands in the USA. But listen,
This is
Hands in the USA. Hands?
so anyway, the song right now, if you can look at like Lil Nas X, Old Town Road featuring
You
Billy
know
Ray
it's
Cyrus
huge.
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
biggest song
It's
in the world right
huge
now.
right
Yeah.
now.
I
Oh,
thought
I
the
need to hear that
lyrics were
song.
"I take my horse to the hotel." That is not the lyrics. That's
Wait, there go my weekend plans.
I want to say it's like, oh, you think you're big? Let me hold my beer, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that's
Yeah,
yeah.
wait.
I just like okay, it's so big. I know about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't
know shit.
I don't know shit about no little Nas, no X's.
Here's a fun fact about Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, tell
Okay.
us.
He wrote a song.
Uh-huh.
No, he did not.
Hey,
He did not write "Achy Breaky Heart." It is a cover song.
That's a
What?
cover
It's
song.
a cover.
Oh,
What?
Calling
it
out.
Calling it out.
Yeah, it's a
This
cover.
is the
Isn't that
segment of the
crazy?
podcast, I think, where we like diss on Billy Ray Cyrus. Like,
Yes,
And
please
also-
do.
Miley.
I'm here for this.
His son's a fucktard.
his son. They have,
He has a
there's
son.
more than one.
Oh, it's
He
getting hot
produced
in here.
more offspring.
I like that. You
like
birthed
that.
them.
Like more
It
like
came
that
from
one.
his loins. Oh yeah, it's very.
It's like out there.
Why-
it's very,
is his son a-
Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, you're right. On Wikipedia,
Who sang the original "Achy Breaky Heart"?
is a country song written in 1990, originally published in a recording by the Marcy Brothers under the
was-
title "Don't Tell My Heart" in 1990.
That was
Lies.
very recent after he covered it. Like,
Yeah,
when did
I feel-
his version come
Very
out?
soon
I don't know about
1992.
anybody
1992.
else, but I feel
I
betrayed.
feel a little bit
How
betrayed.
dare
hurt-
you,
it
Billy
hurt my
Ray
soul.
Cyrus?
You know what? Just goes to show you can't trust a man with a mullet. I think
You
that's all it
absolutely
comes down to.
cannot. Never a man with a mullet.
Well, you
It's a
know,
fact.
that's true. That's true.
I married a man with a mullet once.
Oofta.
Once.
Well, shame on
Can
you.
I
That's
get,
right.
can I get a
Shame.
White Claw?
My nickname is Delilah.
Should we get to the next segment, Brian,
Sure.
of our
Are we
podcast?
gonna do that?
I think so. I think we're
Okay.
going to move ahead.
So wait.
Have we
we've
not
talked about the
completely derailed it?
positives of Miley.
What?
We have not talked about the negatives.
Oh, the
Oh.
negatives of Miley. Where do you think Miley could kind of like polish it up a little bit?
Nowhere.
Like,
She's amazing, raw, and gross. And
I'm
I
not
love
a
her.
huge fan of her tattoo situation.
Really?
Her tattoo
like,
situation
Like you
is
don't like
fine.
chest
Kind of
tattoos?
just higgledy-piggledy.
you know
I
what?
love her higgly
I think
piggly.
that's a trend now. I feel like that's kind of like
Higgledy
what's
piggledy.
She
happening
has,
Like
right
she has
now.
like a
card?
hodgepodge of tattoos.
She has a
Hodgepodge of
hodgepodge.
tattoos.
A hodgepodge or higgledy
As somebody
piggledy.
who also has a hodgepodge. Just
I know, but no, I think
No,
that's
I don't
fine.
think so.
But hers are just like
You seem to have
random,
color symmetry.
a random
Oh,
heart.
so, I
mean, I haven't
thank
seen
you.
it all.
A weird
What do
number.
you see? So what's her tattoo? I gotta see this.
Look, okay.
Oh yeah,
I
just do a
love
search.
her hodgepodge. I love everything about her, even when she looked really weird singing with Alan Thicke. I loved it.
No, I like the the weird like.
Well, no,
Pinhead
it was the
braids.
costume
Oh, you
where
love
she
that
looked like a
haircut.
turkey.
I love the idea of
It's
that there's just a guy named Alan, but he's thick with two C's. You know, like Alan's skinny, but
Thick
Alan
with
thick.
two C's.
okay.
There
her
has to be a
arm-
male
her-
stripper named Alan Thicke.
Her arm
There has
tattoos
to
are
be.
a little all over the place.
They are. It's just
No,
kind
they
of.
are.
Good
But
side
honestly,
tattoo.
Oh yeah,
I
she's
think- I
looking.
I want to get one of those.
Yeah,
just,
go
It
just like
hurts,
a
don't
word,
do
like
it.
she's
fart
looking
face.
like a young
It
Angelina
hurts so
Jolie.
She shows a lot of side boob though. That's pretty
Lot of
sick.
side
No,
boob.
lots of
pretty
side boob.
sick.
I
Hey,
like it.
Look, I
I'm
like
pro.
a side boob. I love
I
a
like
side
everything
boob.
about
Voting,
Miley
if this is an
Cyrus. Sorry,
election.
not
As a
sorry.
hetero
I'm
woman,
voting
I
pro
love a
Miley.
side boob.
Yeah.
I have a question, and I asked this the other night, and I got a pretty overwhelming answer. What's better, side boob or under boob?
Ooh, I feel like
I say
side,
side
boob, is
boob.
It's
It's
under boob is like you're
Better
just
Wait,
how?
begging.
okay.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
wait.
very-
Wait,
Like,
let me play.
Very
Let me play
subjective.
devil's advocate
better.
here.
Yes.
As a big boobed lady, okay. Here's the thing.
As a
There are
big boob
certain
man.
things.
Every man in here was just like, "Don't look at her boobs. Don't look at her boobs."
Like, thank goodness, normal T-shirt. Thank
Let me just say this: there are certain angles that my boobs look fucking great.
Sure.
Then there are other angles
I
that
think
my
that's-
boobs look fucking weird
That's-
because I'm after 30 now.
That's any boob. That's
right.
any boob.
It's any
There's
boob.
no
Any boob.
angle where my boobs look
But-
anywhere near
My boobs look horrible, actually.
I'm
In
start
any
rocking the
angle.
under boob, guys.
poor
Side
quantity.
boob for me is where it's at.
sure. No, I feel like side boobs where it's at for a lot
But
of ladies.
under boob, here, let me tell you, during the summer, under boob, not flattering, really scary.
But
it
maybe
gets,
less sweat.
Is it
though.
because of
I was gonna say it gets
gets-
real sweaty down there.
It's
you guys.
real sweaty.
Is
It's
it because it
uncomfortable.
looks like it's crying?
Yeah.
The
I mean, at
mascara's
least
running.
mine.
The mascara's running. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
at
So-
least mine. It's just they're not. No, but side boob, great.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Also, I would say that, like, navigating, looking at boobs for men now, like, you don't want them to catch you looking at them. So I'll just like, kind of like
Oh.
glance
over. It's like whatever.
If you're
So
rocking underboob, I mean,
I mean,
and
you're
so-
gonna
and
get
it's
looked
pretty
at.
much asking
That's
for
fine.
it.
So
Let's see.
the best way to maintain, like, oh, okay, the female body is fucking tight as hell,
yeah.
is the butt, and it's all about the shortcut
Ooh,
jeans.
the underbutt.
Yes.
Underbutt.
Underbutt's good.
I love that.
Yes.
The
Well,
butt line.
But
Some-
okay, here's
no.
the thing about underboob. I'm sorry.
Go.
I don't mean to interrupt.
No.
I'm very
No,
passionate
Please, I
about
like
boobs.
more info.
Underboob for me is not possible, and let me tell you why. I have triple D's.
He
Okay.
got all excited. He's like, go
And he's
ahead.
like, please tell me more.
Go
More
on.
info.
Uh,
Would
I
you like to know
cannot not wear a bra because I will get black eyes. It'll be really uncomfortable.
You get black eyes? I'm
you're
sorry.
going-
Black
run.
eyes, like they'll hit
black
me
guys?
in my face. I mean, if I could get black guys, that'd be great.
Or they said black ice.
I thought you said black eyes.
Also, black
Mermaid all
eyes.
over the place.
Oh my
thing
god,
is,
I
like,
can't
black
say
eyes are in-
anything can get away with it. This is ridiculous.
Someone
oh my
said in
god.
the chat, underboob is not a thing.
It
Underboob
is
is
a
not a
thing
thing?
if you have
Google it,
cute,
man.
perky boobs.
No.
I don't.
Underboob was a thing in like 1999, 2003, maybe.
I
but I feel
remember
like
a
it's all
Cindy
about.
Crawford.
Sure.
Underboob.
So what you
in my
guys are saying
past.
is underboob wins.
So
No, I have to wear a bra. Is what I am saying. Most
should
women have to wear a bra
Right.
unless they have adorable, perky boobs.
All right.
I don't.
I'll have to go
Smiley?
home and test it out.
So,
I'll see which one I like
so when I
better.
did this, like when I asked people, when I was asking people, literally, of course, some guy goes, "Well, with underboob, there's way more of a chance of the boobs popping out."
Oh my
And I was
god.
like,
That's fair.
That's
Aren't
not
they
true,
basically
though.
In
out?
your own
My
personal,
boobs
like,
will pop out
the point is all the
anytime.
nip.
Oh, yeah?
I'm
You
just
want the
saying,
nip.
It's your own
there's
value.
always a
People don't
risk
really
of a
want the nip.
boob
Prefer the
popping
flash.
out with
Just
me.
one erratic movement.
Yes, I can't. If I have not properly taped them or wearing a sports bra, there is a really big chance if you go to a comedy show of mine, something's gonna pop
There
out.
might be something popping out.
"What is
It has happened.
overboob?"
So Mondays at Inside
What
Out.
is what?
Overboob.
it's called
Someone's like,
cleavage.
Oh,
It's
cleavage.
Come
Yeah.
on, guys.
Cleavage.
"Oh, that's what
Oh.
overboob." Well, just call it. Someone in the
It's
chat's
just
like, "Overboob is a thing."
overboob.
Come on, people.
Uberboob is my
Uber
jam.
boob.
Uberboob.
That's my new app. You guys try Uberboob?
That's when you.
I know it's shitty
But at the
talking
top
about,
is Uber?
especially like,
They're never gonna have
looking
us
at
on their
women and
podcast.
seeing parts of their body that we enjoy. But is the freaking like the freaking tight pants and like the freaking bulge is a thing
Yeah.
with women anymore?
No, I don't know.
Wait, is
Listen,
what?
Gio.
The bulge,
Sure.
the little bulge.
I'm just starting my
Can I
new
just
app.
say?
Uberboob.
Can I just
Gio's
say
bulge.
really quick, you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys. I don't know how you feel about this, Holly,
Okay.
but I've been seeing this summer. I've been seeing a lot of boys with short shorts.
Oh, I love it.
All for
It's
it.
George Jones.
Balls
George
cleavage.
George
My-
Jones.
Shorts, jorts.
My
shorts,
new boyfriend-
shorts, all of it.
Told
Do
me
it.
the other day that he bought these weird, like, short, and he was like, I feel like he was testing the waters to see how I felt about it, but he was like, I bought these, like, super short shorts.
Did he
and
talk like
rib
that? Did he
stuff.
say it like that?
Yeah, totally. That's
They
how
were
he
very
talks.
saucy.
And
I like
he was like, you could tell that on the inside he was excited, but on the outside he was seeing how I felt about it. And
Yeah.
I was like, please wear those
Please,
at the pool.
boys. I don't care what your body type is. I don't care. Wear those short shorts. Everybody.
Someone in the chat is
Will do,
screaming,
Captain.
"Talk
Dad
about
bods.
underball."
What is Thunderball?
we aren't talking about no
Underball.
Oh,
underball.
You need
Underball.
those
When you
shorts
just get
that
a
lift
little
and
squeeze.
separate your balls.
That's
It's
what
just
I'm
like truck
hoping
nuts.
my boyfriend has with
nuts.
those shorts.
Oh,
Have he?
dude.
He's afraid of the underball.
Dad bod
Well, he
with
needs-
shorty shorts and underball.
So, have you guys seen those?
Ladies.
Like, it was a trend a couple years ago where dudes would take silhouette pictures of their underball,
Yes.
like with the sunset. In
No.
the background.
Yes.
No.
There's a
How
whole
the fuck did I
Reddit.
miss that?
There's a Reddit.
Oh, it's a Reddit.
Yes, there's a Reddit.
Well,
You have to trim up
subscribe.
Find it.
Wait,
No.
No, it's just the bulge.
It's just a
itself.
forest.
Well,
Oh,
no.
no.
You don't want to trim
The
up. You want
Reddit-
more of a silhouette. You want a bigger.
The Reddit is just balls with sunsets.
Damn.
And I'm obsessed with how
really good.
sexy men think it is.
It's really funny.
Wait a minute.
It's great.
So, first of all,
'Cause it
balls
is
are
kinda
not-
sexy.
There's no sexiness with balls.
I mean,
Well, you know, there you go. That was your answer, Chris.
Okay, I think Rodney Carrington said it the best. He's like, ball sack is ugly. He's
Yeah.
like, if you could make it look like a little crown bag or something, that'd be nice.
Like paint it
That's
purple.
a great
Yeah.
idea.
Paint it purple.
Get a crown bag. Put it
Dude,
on.
I wonder if someone's ever tattooed their nuts to look like a crown
I'm
bag.
sure it's
They
happened.
probably have.
Oh,
I'm
man, I bet
sure
there
it's
has.
I'm
happened.
going to paint that tonight.
Should we move on to our next?
It's the new blue waffle. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no.
oh,
The
God.
purple sack after blue waffle. All right, everybody, we're going to go to our
Purple
next
sack.
segment.
I would
Because
say,
that's what
like,
Gio wants.
No, it's. I just don't want to run out of time. I want to make sure that we've
you've got about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, perfect time.
Perfect timing.
Billy,
Yes, sir.
what are you into?
Oh, into just what in
Pop
general?
culture.
What are you liking right now?
What
are you
are you
watching a
re-
TV
what's-
show?
Yeah.
Underboobing?
Let's float in your boat.
You know what I like? Latching on to that last conversation is the underbutt. The butt. The butt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's tight. And the thing is, like, girlfriend will walk around. It's like, can you just pull it up a little bit so I can see the little cleavage points?
You know what I
Nice.
like? A regular old girl in pants, but when it's like a straight line across the butt. You know what I mean?
No.
No.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
You have to
what?
really
What
see
does
it.
that mean?
Maybe I took a picture. No.
No, the thing is, like, it seems pretty, like, lazy. Not lazy. I'm sure they have their own way of fashion, but it's like, couldn't it be like 2 centimeters, like, north of whatever you have? And so,
Underbutt.
the
Post butt.
So you're looking for like
Post
you're looking,
butt.
post.
you're looking for like hot pants.
Underbutt.
So
Yeah,
I think,
hot pants used to be a thing in the 70s.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
I
You're
think
looking
what's
for hot pants.
I think
Okay,
what's
I understand
the
that.
general consensus is that everyone needs to wear shorter shorts.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think that's
No.
the
Yes.
general-
I think everybody needs to show more parts.
More parts. Okay.
And I'm
I'm a
showing
big
showing
fan
my
of the
ankles out.
underbutt.
Remember, imagine like in the 1700s, like, did you see Billy's ankles today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Nice
hot.
ankles though.
Sexy.
Billy, I will tell you this. Underbutt lately has empowered me.
Nice.
I like
That's
underbutt.
fair.
Good. There
You
we
show
go.
the
Just saying.
underbutt?
I do.
Ooh.
Hey Billy, what are you about to get into?
Ooh.
About to
What's
get
something
into.
you've heard about but you haven't gotten into yet? Underboob,
And you're looking forward to
side
it.
boob.
Gosh,
No.
I'm looking
Straight line
into, like dip my toes into. That's a good question.
I mean, we've,
Because it's always been set in my ways. 'Cause I'm like fucking 38. Like
Yeah.
I've had a comfortable life for the last 15 years here.
mhm.
I'm looking
But-
into.
like, are you like into any bands right now? Like, or you're gonna get into like you heard about a band, or
talking
people
about-
keep talking about like a TV show, or
Cool in the Gang.
And the thing is, I've
Wow.
always been staunch in my ways of just like the mainstream shows. Of course, I was Game of Thrones. Of course,
Yeah.
I was in all this
Sure,
other stuff.
sure,
Now it's all over. So what am I gonna like try and do? I don't know. I kind of want to start another bands, but also there's something I can talk about right now. But
oh, you're being a tease. Okay.
Can't
Okay.
announce that on here.
I
Thirty
can't
boy.
announce it on here.
Okay.
No, not till it's announced on ours.
Also,
Oh.
what I'm hearing so much about and I've never experienced is the Albuquerque like freaking media storm and like attachment to the New Mexico United fucking games.
Sure.
Or, like-
Damn it, he's stomping on my shit.
And so anyway,
alright.
that's I want to be part of that.
That
I'm
is a
not.
blast.
So you wanna get into it?
I'm not a
It's lot of
soccer
fun.
fan. I only like football and basketball sometimes, but holy shit, everyone is just like, oh my god!
I think
just-
you guys. I mean,
I just nutted
you
watching
guys-
this game.
You guys are gonna go to a game together. I feel like it's in your future.
I missed my first game Saturday.
Oh man, you've been going every week.
And they lost.
So is that what you're into?
You
Chris?
gotta go.
That's what I'm into. I'm huge. So I grew up a sports fan, and like over the years, sports has kind of waned in my life, and I like to go to the Isotopes games, but then my friends, I have a lot of friends. Like I have a guy who's from Brazil that I used to work with, and now we're friends, and so they're like, well, we have to go to this New Mexico United, and as a podcaster and as a member of the Albuquerque community, I was like, this is where I approached it because I was not a soccer fan. I was like, I think this is something that we should latch on and support because it's our community.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's something. And then I go, and it is fucking amazing.
Nice.
And they're really damn good.
They're really damn good. They lost. The first home loss was Saturday. We're number 1 in the USL
Who
West.
did they lose against?
Sacramento
All right.
Republic FC.
Next time we play against Sacramento, you guys, we're showing up.
Sacramento,
We're showing up.
California.
Oh, not Sacramento, Iowa.
No, so that's an old throwback. That was a very
throwback to,
that was
like
a
old,
very inside joke.
Oh, God.
So a friend of mine and I used to watch what was that show? Most Dangerous Police Chases, and they had that guy that was on there, and he'd go, Sacramento, California. These boys in blues are about to wrap up another idiot who thinks he can drive on the wrong side of the freeway.
Who thinks he can drive a tank without a
Right.
license?
So
my wife sang the national anthem of the other teachers,
yeah.
music teachers.
Yeah.
And we went to that game. It was a friggin' great game.
Also, guys,
They tied.
there's also another Albuquerque team called Albuquerque Soul who are
Right.
playing at
Yes.
St. Pius
They're the
next
minor-
week against
Okay.
Colorado Springs
What's the difference?
They're not playing against Colorado Springs.
or whatever.
You're okay. So
I don't know what you guys are
Please.
talking
Okay.
about.
So
Boy
Sometimes
things?
makes up
in
statistics and
in
facts.
England,
This is when I
in
Jim
Europe,
Halpert.
in Europe, they have what's called the Premier League,
Right.
and it's the top league of football or soccer. And then underneath they have another league, and then there's a league underneath them, and there's a league
It's like
underneath
city
them.
teams.
And how it works is,
And then there's the
it's a
T-ball league.
relegation league. So if you're in the bottom 3 of a league, you go down to the one under. If you're in the top 3, you go up. So it's one of those things where it's like it makes teams not just like tank. If you tank, you're out. You're gonna go down to like the lower tier.
Does that mean that the United could be an MLS team?
Not yet,
They're
but
close,
but it's working on that.
it's a possibility.
So the Soul are in the lower league. So there's the MLS in the United States. That's like the top tier. Then there's the USL, which is what the United is in. And then the Soul are in the league that's lower than that.
Oh, okay.
So by 2022, they're all supposed to like align, just like
Oh
Europe.
my gosh, like astronomy.
Right. I guess.
Cool.
I don't know.
Pastrana?
'Cause it's
Yeah.
the
Can you
age
come
of
every
Aquarius.
week because
So that's supposed to happen.
I like
from
you.
what I hear. And so if we're the top tier 3 teams, we can go up to the MLS.
I think,
Nice.
especially like our
could
culture
be lying about
in fucking Albuquerque, we are
United.
prime
Yeah.
United, yes,
Bump, bump, bump,
and
bump,
two,
bump,
I'm pointing at
probably
the flag. Right.
close to Latin America.
Yeah.
We could be a fucking powerhouse,
Right. Well, and the games have been selling out, everyone. And I want to say this. The other day they had Pride on the Pitch on Wednesday, which was like, because it's Pride Week here. And I took a picture where I have like they gave out a Pride flag at the beginning of the game. If you were the
Yeah, I
first
saw
5,000, so right.
Yeah.
So the owner, I don't know if you saw this, the owner of the United,
Yeah.
Also, owner
commented on my
Mount.
Instagram.
Nice.
Cool.
And because I'm standing there with a flag, and he goes, "Just a man with his flag," and I was like, and I was
Also,
like,
the owner
"It's a
of
good flag."
Meow Wolf, right? Because it's Meow Wolf.
Correct. He's the CEO of Meow Wolf as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought you said Yellow Wolf at first. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my God.
oh my god, is it yellow?
Yellow Wolf? though?
Maybe it's Earwolf.
Earwolf.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
So,
What are you
that being said,
about?
what are you about to be into?
What am I
What's
about
next?
to be into?
What are you looking
Are
forward
these
to?
actually real questions you ask your
Yes.
guests? Wow.
That's a really harsh. Like, I don't know.
It's
man.
not harsh.
It's
Come
not
on.
harsh.
It's
It's
not.
easy.
But it's like
It's
it's not
nice.
easy.
It's easy to be comfortable what you're doing. It's like, well,
I'm
anything
about
to do
to
is like,
be-
I'm living the best life right now.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's
I'm
pretty
very-
great.
I'm very-
Life.
I live very Buddhist and very present, so I don't like to go like, what am I gonna do?
What's
I
your
don't know.
5-year plan, Chris?
What's my 5-year plan?
Where do you see yourself in
Not
5
to go to
years?
jail. No.
Not to visit.
What am I
my
about to
5-year
be
plan is
into?
to-
Are there any like events you're looking forward to? Are you like? Have you heard about any like podcasts that you haven't really hit up yet?
Or
No.
maybe
You're gonna
an
get
open
into?
mic that just started.
Well,
Like
I'm into Holly's open mic. I missed the first one, so I'm going to go tomorrow night
Yeah, you did.
at
You missed
Inside
the
Out,
first
which is a
one.
bar with no roof, and you can smoke
no
it.
roof.
So-
Reverse gazebo.
Lazy.
Because that roof was on fire.
That's a
That is
sex
a
position, I
lazy
think. The
bar
reverse
flavor.
gazebo.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm kind of into that. I don't really have anything like in the future that I was like, I really. 'cause
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well, thank you, Chris.
I'm
That's so
struggling with
sweet.
TV shows. Like,
Sure.
I don't know what
Yeah.
to watch anymore.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
there's a lot
There's
of
too
weird
much.
shit.
There's
Yeah.
too much
So
out there,
many
too.
things.
There's
Too many
too
options.
much.
Well, there's too
Yeah.
much, and there's too much shitty.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like people are like, go watch this show.
And you watch it,
I-
and you're just like,
no.
"Meh,
I put it on, and then I look at my phone.
Have you
Yeah.
watched-
yes.
To be honest.
Can you do that with my show? Just put it on.
Yeah,
What
and
show?
get some ratings. 'cause
Midnight
it's
Texas.
never going to get picked up again.
Yes.
We've already destroyed that town.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been destroyed.
Oh God.
Um,
Never mind. Then it doesn't matter.
I like how Smiley talked himself out of that. Hey, Holly Ann, what are you
Yeah.
into right now?
What am I into? Okay, I'm not doing this just because you guys brought it up, but I'm into Miley Cyrus's new album.
It's actually really
It's
good.
pretty good. I'm also really into fanny packs.
Oh, hey.
What?
Yeah.
Fanny
they've
packs are a
come
total
back.
thing right now.
They're
Retro,
coming
like
back,
vintage.
and they're super cute.
They're not like these huge,
No,
like big,
they're like
bulky.
leather.
They're like,
It's super cute
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
whatever.
you know.
Leather.
But I'm more excited for what I'm about to get
Okay,
into.
what are you about to get into?
Okay, so Handmaid's Tale. Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm also into it and about to get into it.
Yeah.
Because I have talked my boyfriend into starting it from the
Cosplay.
beginning,
Okay.
and then
So you're into that like cohesive, like,
Yeah.
hey, we're a
Well,
couple.
mostly
We're gonna
because-
watch this torture porn together.
mostly because I'm like I'm a feminist and you need to watch this.
Yeah.
I want you to feel this horrific
yes.
pain of how bad religion and men are.
Yeah.
He's lucky I didn't make him read the book, so whatever.
Mm.
Best girlfriend
I
ever.
don't know. It's a really good book.
It's a great book. I've read it a lot.
Maybe I'll read it. I've
Oh.
been afraid to watch it just because, like, ugh.
It's crazy, but
Yeah.
the book is so good.
Okay.
It is so well written. It's
The
amazing.
book's really good.
Okay.
Really
The
good.
television series really overplays
That-
it.
What about
Yeah,
the
a
movie? What
little
about
bit.
the original movie?
The original movie I'm okay with, but
Trash. I'm just
the TV series I'm actually into.
Elizabeth Moss is an amazing
Amazing.
actress.
They modernized it, and I like it. But my boyfriend and I are actually going to start watching it tonight.
cool.
So I'm about to be into the new season once we start.
I'm expecting
Gotcha.
some live tweets. I want to see some.
Yes.
So wait a minute.
Can I ask a question first?
Okay.
Yes.
Who actually watches? Who doesn't binge?
Oh,
So
I binge.
I binge.
I binge so hard. I
Smiley
can't-
will like
Depends
go
on
home.
what
Like,
it
it's
is.
8 o'clock on fucking Friday, so I need to watch
I gotta
the
watch
show.
my stories.
I actually watch network television, and actually, it has nothing to do with the fact that I work on network television. But I enjoy watching one story and then a different story and then a different story.
Without ever
And
those
sometimes
nights,
I'll cycle through. Like that's my idea of binging.
I
I'll
cycle
watch this
binge.
one, and this one, and then back to the beginning.
No, I
No.
cycle binge.
Oh, okay, so,
like
so
I'll
you're,
watch
you're,
like a couple
you're
of shows.
talking about going home to your house on your network television. It's like, oh, it's 7 o'clock. I have to watch the show.
Oh yes, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
You pull down the blinds and lock the door and put your phone on
And,
silent.
oh,
and you're
and
like,
I wait for the commercial breaks. I'm like, I need to pee. I need to pee. I'm like, yes.
Wow.
I pee really quick, and I come back, or I have to go make a snack. Oh, it's so exciting. I
That's,
love it.
that's a dying culture. I'm sorry. Like, we binge things now.
or you sit on the
Yeah.
couch and you're like, hurry, it's about to come on. The commercial's almost over.
We're gonna miss
I like
it.
to watch incredibly violent, horrific TV shows, and our kids walk out and go, "What are you watching? Why is everyone?"
You get your room again. You don't. You shut the door. You shut the goddamn door. and Don't come out.
Go put your
shut
earmuffs
that
Pause
on.
it.
door?
Sometimes you pause it, and it's like, no.
You go play
Get it
Fortnite
again.
on your iPad in the fucking room.
You pause it right when Oberon's eyes are getting squished into his head.
I would say the only
It's
time I
just
ever did
tits.
that was in like freaking grade school when like I would rush home to watch like fucking
Boy Meets World.
yeah.
no.
Batman the animated series.
Oh,
Mine
yeah.
was, mine was Voltron.
Uh-huh.
I'm no look.
Gargoyles.
Voltron came on at 3 o'clock. I got out of school at 3:10.
Wait,
And
were you
I-
here?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I
'Cause I was gonna talk
ran
about
home to
Channel
watch
2
the
and how hard it
end
was
of
to get.
Voltron.
Right?
Yeah, all right, bud.
Voltron with the lions, not the
before that,
cars.
and you're all,
Yeah. Trying to- Channel 2 was so hard to
You,
get back in the
you
day.
get your little brother to
13
hold
years
the
old.
antenna, like just stay there.
I think Power Rangers came on at 3:30. I got out of school at 3.
I'm sorry, what is this show?
Power Rangers.
Don't know what it is.
Oh,
Mine
Power
is-
Rangers.
So run home
Yes.
super fast.
Super simple.
I mean,
Okay.
I hung out with Walter Jones and all, but I
I
don't know what
love Power
is.
Rangers.
Which one was your favorite Ranger, Billy?
It
Pink
was
Ranger
the
fuck
first.
you.
It's Billy, the nerd guy.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, Blue Ranger.
The Blue Ranger.
Oh, gross. I hated that guy.
And the thing is, like, also, like,
yeah,
when,
yeah.
when he was out of costume, he would just be like this nerdy, like, skinny white guy
Yeah.
dude with, like, glasses. But then when he put on his fucking suit, he would just kick
Yeah,
everyone's
he became
ass.
Yes.
Was he
I-
Triceratops, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I just okay. So I
I
never.
was,
Go ahead.
I was obsessed with the Pink Ranger.
Of course.
Kimberly
Yeah.
was a pterodactyl.
That means the
Uh,
writers did their jobs.
Yeah, they
Yep.
did a good
Right.
job.
Yeah, because the Black Ranger was black.
Right. So okay,
Power
that's where I was
Rangers?
going. That's where I was going. So I never watched the TV show.
Wait.
That was
Where was the Asian Ranger? I mean,
Right,
Yellow
Yellow
Ranger.
Yellow, the Yellow Ranger.
Oh.
Holy shit!
So that's where I was about to
Yes,
go.
that's a real
Smiley
thing.
jumped there.
Nailed it.
So I
Why was
never
the
watched.
Red Ranger not Native American?
Right.
Well, he was 164.
I never watched this show. And
Oh,
He was
yeah.
one
He was
So I'm
100.
walking that back.
He was Cherokee.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
that would
I
have been
didn't see
amazing.
it.
So I never watched it, and so like we're at Comic-Con, and some people we were with were like, we have to go back to the library because Walter Jones is there,
Which
and I
one
was
is
like.
that?
And I was like, who's that? And they're like, the Black Power Ranger. And I'm like, oh, okay. And we go back and we meet Walter Jones,
And he
who
was
is black. And I'm like, so the Black
How
Power Ranger
specific.
was black. And they're like, well, and they're like, wow, I've never thought of that.
Really, I noticed
You
that
never
as a
thought of
child.
that shit?
yeah. As a
That's
kid, you
how-
don't really
And the
think about
Yellow
it.
Power Ranger was Asian.
Yeah, that's messed up.
And honestly,
That's
the
messed
only
up.
reason I couldn't figure out, I'm like, why is the Red Power Ranger not a Native American?
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
he
get
was
it.
one, yeah, he was
Why was the
116 Cherokee.
green
Hey.
Power
Wait,
Ranger not a
116
vegetable?
So he still got money.
Where's the
but-
brown Power Ranger? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I know. You know what I mean?
shit.
Come
I
on.
need primary
No.
Whoa.
Hey.
What? I don't know what you're talking but anyway, hey,
I mean, the
Smiley.
White Power Ranger was white.
He was green first, though.
Yeah, but he was
Wasn't
really
he?
Really?
Green,
I don't know.
white.
I don't know.
Tommy?
these references.
Tommy.
Tommy
the
had
most
the hair.
beloved Power Ranger out of the original
was the
series.
He was
Which one's
great.
the one that murdered some people? That's
That
the one I
was
remember.
the second gen. It was like third gen,
Oh, that was some other guy.
That
was
was
some
like,
other
and it was like the Green Power Ranger, I think.
He seemed a little jittery.
yeah, but not Tommy. It was someone else.
Can we get off Power Rangers talk real quick?
Yes.
Just because I'm like kind of tired of it. I'm like,
Yeah, we're
Look.
we're there.
I didn't like Power Rangers. I'm gonna be honest with you guys,
I thought we
but
were getting off the subject. Hey, Smiley.
Yes.
What you into, bro?
Well, just now it was Power Rangers, but no. Currently, I guess I'm looking forward to gardening.
that's what you're about to get into is
Ooh.
gardening.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. My girlfriend's backyard is a wreck.
Heard that about her.
It's a,
Oh.
Oh.
it is
Ew.
I've been drinking.
just weeds everywhere.
Yeah.
Lots of dog poop.
Oh man, good luck.
Gardening.
So do you guys have plans for that garden though?
Yeah, lots of trimming.
Lots of trimming. Lots of trimming has to go
Oh,
on.
Brian, I want to be
good-
best friends with you.
Got to pull some weeds. A lot of poop we got to get rid of.
Yeah.
Wow.
Heard that. Heard that.
Stop it, Holly. Oh my god. Woo. So gardening.
So that's good. Good.
Nice.
Do you have like a plan? Is there a certain place area you're gonna weed first?
Yeah, pretty start in the front and move my way to the back.
I always heard front to back was the way to go.
Actually, I think it's the opposite. You're supposed to go. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Front and back. You're right. You don't want an infection.
Don't teach your daughters wrong.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Here's a question I have. You guys have your podcast. Do you do it every week? Is it just whenever you need to do it? Is it like a regiment of like, okay, so we have things to talk about.
We have these talkabouts every week. God damn it. Every week we record.
So what we do is we record about every Sunday. We usually do about 2 at a time, and we
Is that right?
and then
Like it's
and
like
then we
like
put
it's a
'em
TV
out.
show?
We bank them a little bit, and just in case something catastrophic happens, like Gio goes to the Bahamas
Yeah.
and
I'll be
doesn't.
gone the next 2 Sundays. So
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Well, there we go.
And you guys put them out how often?
Every week, every Sunday, or every Wednesday-ish.
Wednesday to Thursday.
Thursday-ish.
Till Fridays.
So,
Maybe
so
Friday.
I have a question. What do you think of this episode? Are you gonna just throw it in the trash?
No,
No,
I
this
love
is
this
great.
episode.
This
This
is
might be one
so
of my favorite
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
This is great.
So I have okay. Second question. Now that you've come here and you've seen this, how much different are we? Seen all this motherfucking shit.
Seen all of our.
Seen our we opened the curtain for you guys.
Yeah,
How much
behind the
different
curtain.
is what we do than what you do?
Oh, it's pretty
There's
much
a
the same.
camera.
There's a camera. All right.
But that's just for me.
Ooh.
No,
It's like so vain. It's like, listen, like this is like bad
Excuse me.
angles, and basically,
Excuse
like,
me.
yeah,
camera needs to be over there.
this. Can we get this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it needs to
Um,
be higher.
This is why you've been doing the kissy face the entire time.
Yeah. I thought it was
So
for me.
we're doing this, and like I think it's great.
I've been
about-
smizing the whole time. I don't know if you've noticed.
I did notice.
Thanks.
Nice.
Oh, is
no.
that? Oh, I thought it was for me.
So we don't do recording, like video recording,
Yeah, of course.
because it just seems way too complicated. Also, like I'll
Yeah.
wear the same shirt like for an entire month, and Brian makes fun of me for it.
And
And, so
sometimes I'll
like
be like,
I don't want the people
Were
to
she
see
just
that.
wearing that? Oh,
So it's the millennial muumuu. You
Yeah.
have just one shirt. You
Just
have.
So then
one
what you're
shirt.
saying is you just want the audio portion
So it's just
of this.
audio. Yeah, just send
Yeah.
me the audio, and
but
we're
like
good.
if you
Yeah.
post like to the YouTube or something, right?
It's live right now on YouTube.
Okay,
Oh,
but it's
hey.
gonna
There's
stay up
people
there,
literally
right?
twittering.
Cool,
or
cool,
like
cool,
cool,
They're
cool.
not twittering. There's literally people chatting.
Chatting.
Right
Nice.
Are they
Hi.
saying anything interesting?
There was a not actually during the wavy hour. Everybody just kind of went. I think they're like what in the fuck?
Someone was
What
commenting. I
happened?
love the fanny pack. This
Yeah,
is a
yes.
serious
And
comment.
then I commented back
Yes.
that I love them. I
Yeah.
think.
See, I didn't even see that.
Actually, I
I'm
got
all for
one
it.
recently.
I don't know what I typed back to them.
So
Oh, into the microphone?
yeah, Brian has the worst mic.
No, I've got it dialed in.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
See, Chris is a
He knows I'm
profesh.
lazy shit already.
Yeah.
Saves our butts all the time.
I actually started as a sound guy on the show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was my-
That
You were
is
like
what
a
that-
boom operator. You're just holding a boom like over everybody.
No.
It's
No,
basically like,
sucks.
okay, so they have the transient like fucking like waves you have. So if somebody was small, he would turn them up, and that was it.
We used to do a live show at the Art Bar
Oh right, I remember
every
that.
Sunday night,
Yeah, yeah.
and so
I
I
like
was
that
like,
place.
Yeah.
I like you've seen like okay. So here you see like me, I'm like talking and I'm like running shit
Yes.
like crazy, right?
Yeah.
So whenever we were like the Art Bar, they were like, we want you to do a live show here. I was like, there's no way I could do that and that,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like host a show in front of a crowd. And so
In comes Smiley.
literally one night he's like drunk on our front porch and he's like, yeah, I've got like 6 2-year degrees, and I'm like, ooh.
Oh, that's a
So, you
total
know-
of 12
you know,
years. That's a
yeah.
master's, really.
Or like, not 6. I'm prone to hyperbole.
Yeah,
but
I'm all. I
you got like
still
3.
don't. I
you have
still
like
don't
3
have
associates. 3
It's
associates.
wavy
I have 3,
hour.
I'm
None
working
of
on my
us make
4.
sense.
yeah.
So like I was like, do you think you could run a computer? He's like, yeah. And
I've seen one.
yeah, I've seen one on TV.
I've
And,
touched one once.
He did a great job, and then like literally one show, we just had an extra microphone, and I was like, let's set it up and let Smiley talk a little bit. You know,
Cool.
he'll be like our like if you're watching the Tonight Show, they have the
Guillermo
band
or whatever?
guy or-
Oh.
Yeah.
I always thought of it. It was like.
You're
we
Chris's
got-
Guillermo.
We got Johnny Carson over here,
Yeah.
and we got his Ed McMahon, and
And then he would say the weirdest fucking shit, and it just like helped out the show. And boom, there you go. And
Yeah. Nice.
yeah,
Good job, Smiley.
that's how Smiley became.
He really
part of the
rounded
show.
it out. Well, I guess we're wrapping up. Yeah, Brian? Or did you have something that you're into that you want to talk about?
I'm really
No?
into 10 Drink Minimum.
Cool.
This podcast. is
Oh,
great,
thank you,
yes.
thank you.
I'm really
I've had the
into
most
Brian
fun.
and Gio.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
I gotta tell you, we don't usually open our doors to like. I mean, we have other podcasts that we've done their show. And
Your
they've done
mom
our
raised
show.
you right. Stranger danger. I
Stranger
get
danger.
it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of podcasts. Like, here's what happens: is there's a lot of podcasts that start in Albuquerque, and then people will come up and they're like, "I just want to let you know I started a podcast, and you should check it out." And a lot of it's basically like the same thing that we do, and after 6 months, they're gone.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, so I just kind of tell people, I'm not going to check out your shit till after 6 months. And that's kind of what I did for you guys because I saw you guys start. I keep an eye on all of it. Like if someone starts one, I'm like always like watching.
He's the all-seeing eye
No,
god
it
of
is not even that.
podcasts.
But I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you want to like we did a
If you're gonna
So-
stick with it.
Yeah.
sure.
yeah,
Oh, of
yeah.
course.
So we
what's
did
important.
a podcast festival 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
In-
That's
at-
right. Before
at,
I left
Press
Press
Club.
Up.
And there was 18 podcasts.
Whew.
And now look at those. There's probably 4 of those left.
Yeah.
And that's sad, but it's hard work.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Really hard work.
Well, you guys,
Thankfully,
I
Gio
think,
does all the work.
I think you guys go above and beyond because you do the live shows, and
Yeah.
I know you guys are like really active, like in the like community, and you go out to events. And stuff
Chris
like
is
that.
the mayor of downtown.
Yeah.
Chris is
It's
the mayor
nuts.
of everything.
It really blows me away, like how out there you are, which is cool. It's hard for me with a young child. Hopefully,
Yeah.
once
For
she gets a
sure.
little older, I'll be able to get out more.
We're doing
But
better.
even
We're
that
going to
isn't-
things.
that's
Yeah,
not
we've
even
been
we
going to
need to
things.
hang out with our.
Can I ask?
yeah, I think
who
so.
I
is
mean, my
your biggest
little
fan?
plate
Who's your biggest fan?
Who's the one person who is like
Oh man.
listening every week?
Well, it's probably this awkward girl from Moriarty. Her name's Gio. No, I'm just kidding.
It's been
So
Jim Lynn for Pope.
You're your
Yeah.
own biggest fan.
at Jim Lind for Pope, he's our East Coast buddy that listens.
Yeah.
We've got Ryan Freeman, Ryan P. Freeman on Twitter.
Nice.
Brian Smith.
He lives in
Gozer
Albuquerque.
B.
He lives in
Up
Albuquerque
in-
now, by the way. That Ryan.
Oh,
Oh, he
Ryan?
moved here for you.
He moved here just
he was
for
that
us.
big of a fan.
Yeah,
Yes.
he came.
Yes.
He lives outside Gio's house.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, you know when I
Gozer
talk
B,
about
Brian
stray
Smith.
when I talk about stray cats, I'm talking about Ryan actually.
Oh, is it?
God
He
damn,
struggles.
he struggles the cat.
I
Ryan,
love
I
it.
didn't want to out you, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like it's
Yeah.
it's
Well,
it's
There's,
cool. It's,
there's one guy who's listened to this show since episode 2.
whoa.
He lives in Northern California, and he still to this day, this is almost 13 years later,
Wow.
he will email me when the University of Northern Carolina plays. He's like, oh,
this
especially if
Juan
we
from
do-
Cali?
Yep.
Oh
And every once in a while, he makes beer and he sends it to us.
Ooh.
Last time he did, I
Ooh.
threw up all over the bathroom. He sent me CDs, like bootleg CDs from bands that have played in Northern California, and he got them.
All
from
about
the-
him mentioning him on the show. It's like I like these bands. Like he'll
I'd mention these bands, and he would like he has my he goes, hey, what's your mailing address, and boom, sends me. Never met the guy in person, and we're friends.
Ron from Cali
Yeah.
has been the
That's awesome.
staunch
Yeah.
Right
freaking
on.
fan for
really
He
all
cool.
sent
these
me
years.
Warren Zevon's biography.
Very cool.
Nice.
What is it called? I don't know. It was a great book though.
Well, I think what you guys are doing is cool because, like, I think Albuquerque, it's hard for a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people to, like, for some reason, to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Killing.
so, I don't know. I think with podcasts and social media, it really
Yeah.
helps,
Yeah.
like, to create, like, a cohesive, like,
Right.
community. Like, oh, these guys are into this shit, so am I. I should listen to them. Oh, my
Right,
God, there's
right.
this event. I had no idea. Like, Chris is there now. I'm on his
don't want to
Instagram
at-
or whatever.
I don't want to at anybody, but basically, like when people want to know about Albuquerque, it's always like whatever, like the
Yeah.
That's
the
a good question.
mainstream, not even mainstream, just like
Yeah.
whatever the
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Albuquerque sanction, like okay, like
Yeah.
the morning show or something. It's
Yeah.
like, that's,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
lame.
Okay.
Or it's like whatever, like Ed Sheeran's at the Journal
Oh,
tonight
yeah.
or whatever. It's just like, who cares? Like, what's going on?
Who
That guy
Yeah.
gives a
from Game of
shit?
Thrones.
That guy from Game
I
of
have a
Thrones.
question about that. Then you were talking about like my Instagram and stuff. So is it better that I post that I'm at something, or is it better that should I post before? So like
You should
somebody
post before.
Okay.
Because I'll be like, oh, Chris is going with sister right now. And then you'll be like, oh, geez, that's creepy.
I
People are
should
touching me.
probably
People are
be
touching me,
there.
Billy.
I had to stop posting where I'm going to be later.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
that's different, 'cause you're a
it
girl.
got weird. Huh?
Yeah.
You're a girl.
It's
different.
dudes are.
It
are
got
I'm
weird.
pretty sensitive, so
And I'd like to stay that way.
And then I just want to do a public service announcement. I'm sorry, Chris, but when Amanda from Red Light Cameras was on, we were talking about buying us drinks.
oh yeah.
I would just like to point out again, if you would like to buy me a drink, do it with the bartender.
Yeah.
Because I had a creepy experience.
Yeah.
Don't need to get into more, but
Did you listen to that show?
I don't think
No.
so.
It's very good.
No.
Do you know Amanda in Red Light Cameras?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody roofied her during a show.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
and now it's I want to be safe.
Yeah.
And I appreciate anybody who watches my comedy and comes and hangs out. It's not anything about that. It's not anything about you. Just,
It's that's rough because like I don't know, as a live musician, like you'll be on stage and someone will
Yeah.
bring you a drink, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, or whatever, and that's
after
I never even
Amanda
thought
came
about
on,
that. But
Yeah.
then again, like
I never dealt with it until actually it's kind of like a new
You,
fucking
you probably
thing.
should, yeah.
yeah.
It's
Everybody
like last
needs to be
like,
careful.
like 1 year,
Male or
2 years, and so the fucking
Yeah.
roofie thing. It's been
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
When you're buying me a Jägermeister shot, I want to watch them pour.
Right. Everybody be careful. But so I don't know where I was going with that.
But seriously,
But
people-
it was a PSA.
Let's
Like
just,
it's a
let's just
PSA.
not roofie.
just
Come on.
exactly.
People.
How hard-
Honestly,
Come on.
Don't. I have a whole
Listen.
joke about it. Don't. You just
Just
need
don't.
to buy
mean,
me
yeah.
a beer
I know you
and
can
ask me
barely
how my
see
day
me.
is.
Yeah.
If you
I'm
like
a
roofies,
very
just take
unattractive
them
man.
yourself.
So you can do it, guys.
Right.
Do it.
Brian's a
Honestly,
testament.
it's-
You can do it.
You can do it.
it's malicious in a way to give it to a girl. But
In a
Smiley-
way.
No, it's malicious in a way. Don't do it to anybody.
Right.
No.
But Smiley, if you were taking it willingly, is roofies fun?
Yeah, they're
Is
kind
it
of
fun? They're fun?
I mean,
I've
These are
never
are
had
that.
a fun experience.
These
And the
are drug
hangover
experts.
Well, if it
is
was
like
a
6
surprise.
days.
Well, here's the thing, right? If you're obviously
If you're in a safe space,
there's too much of it to do. If you're dosing yourself, you only take a little bit, and you're like, I can't feel my fingers.
Oh,
All the
okay.
lights are pretty.
All right. But like
I
when
feel
somebody
it in
else
my
doses you,
And
it's
what is
not
a drug?
Well, that's
So
just like
roof-
going for a fun experience.
Roofies is the like
Christmas is all
worst
over.
term.
dust.
It is the bad term
These
for it.
people
but
are
what,
never gonna have us on their
What
podcast.
what's the medical term for it?
It's a
Ri-
tranquilizer.
Rifonol. It's a horse tranquilizer.
Rohypnol, right?
Hypnol.
Hypnol.
It's
No.
a horse tranquilizer.
yeah, yeah.
It's used in veterinary stuff, but it works the same way. It's just a tranquilizer.
It's used to put a bear down, Billy.
Gio?
It's not fun.
You go, what? Hey, Brian.
Hey, Gio, what
it
are you into?
depends on the dosage.
I'm into dosing. No.
Microdosing, go ahead.
I'm into horse
Dos
tranquilizers.
Equis has a drink called the Dosarita.
Oh, yeah? Is
Oh
that
my
right? How
god,
is
that
it?
was the big controversy.
Oh God.
The Dosarita is a
Poor
controversy.
Brian and Gio.
No, it's
I know.
fine. This is look. We're all about tangents. This is great. Can I tell you what I'm into real quick though?
Yes.
Dosaritas, dosing with a Rita.
There's some girl named Rita.
No, I'm. Okay, this is the most adult thing you're ever gonna hear me say, and by
Oh, I'm
adult I don't
excited.
mean rated X. I mean
203.
like grown up.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
My grass is growing. Remember I told you I planted
Yay!
grass. I planted grass seed.
Euphemism.
Nice.
It's not a euphemism. Grass is growing.
Backyard or front
in
yard?
my
Okay. How often do you water your
Weed
grass?
that shit.
I want to know.
Twice a day, I'm watering that shit.
Okay.
Twice a day.
Hopefully
you guys.
after 3 p.m. and before 11
Yeah.
a.m.
Of course, City of
That was my
Albuquerque.
goal.
Don't at me,
Twice a
CABQ.
day.
So I'm
Right.
super into I'm looking forward to. This is what I'm gonna be into is having a nice lush green lawn. How do you like that?
Snails.
What are we
Yes.
talking?
Snails.
Bermuda? We're talking Kentucky bluegrass?
Yeah.
What-
We're
what are
talking
we-
a fescue here, you guys.
A
We're
fescue?
talking
Oh.
a fescue.
Oh.
I don't
What
mean
that
to
is.
brag.
BBQ.
I don't mean to brag.
Very
I don't
green.
want to front, but a fescue is what I'm
Oh.
into. That's
Interesting.
Girl,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
so adult.
Because we just have monster grass.
So-
Okay. There's different like landscapes you can have for different parts of Albuquerque. So
right.
in Rio Rancho, the west side, you want a xeriscape.
Sure.
Xeriscape, yeah.
And so if you're maybe in downtown, you want like a bunch of cactus, you want some yucca,
Still Xeriscape.
and so grass
Those
is
big
not
cow
grass
tops
is
like
not a
they
thing
have
in
in Northern
downtown.
Virginia.
Not
No.
really.
Are you talking about downtown?
I'm in Barelas.
It's,
Ooh.
and when she's talking about a fescue, it's really not a really big thing here.
Yeah, it's not. So hopefully it makes it through the summer.
It'll make it.
But listen, you guys, it's just a small patch of grass. I know she's so positive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fuck yes.
So it's just a small patch of grass. I needed somewhere for my kid to play. Honestly, like that's
Yeah.
really what it
Let
comes
me,
down
let me
to,
ask you
sir.
this: what's your crabgrass situation?
Let me talk to you about my crabgrass, you guys. Hey,
Don't even set her off.
Can we go off
Girl,
mic
you got this.
while I talk to you
Do
about my
it.
crabgrass? So yeah, that's it. Grass.
Yeah.
What about you, Brian? What are you into?
Oh, didn't I just say? What did I say?
Oh, yeah, Miley.
10 Drink Minimum
Oh, yeah.
Podcast.
Yes.
Ah,
Oh,
I'm
Thank
having
you.
too much fun.
Yeah.
With you guys right
So plugs. You guys are
Okay.
yeah. Go ahead.
what?
Holly.
Oh,
Smiley.
I'll start. Again, you can watch me on. I'm in like one episode of the first season of Midnight Texas. You can watch me in the
Was
entire
Gio working
second
on?
season of Midnight Texas.
You're in the Brave.
On Hulu.
Oh.
Mini episodes.
I worked on the Brave.
Oh, Brian worked on the Brave.
I didn't really play a
I was
character
there
on the
every
Brave, but
day.
if you look really closely, you can see me.
What country were you in?
Mini.
All of them.
Nice.
He
One of
played
the-
many different characters.
One of
Yeah.
the ADs was like, they shouldn't be using this much because if someone looks closely, it looks like you're actually tailing the secret agents.
Oh man,
country.
that should have been season 2.
That should have
That would've
been.
been
There should be a
Yeah.
Google Games of the Brave every time you see James smiling in the background.
And I'm always in a different costume.
We would sit there and go,
Yeah.
what country are they going to make us do this week? And they would hand us a script. It'd be Paris, and we'd say, "Fuck you," and then we'd make Paris happen. Or it was ridiculous.
That
Yeah.
sounds
that production
intense.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
I don't know, we're always behind schedule and we don't have enough money.
Well, that's
and
every
we'll
production,
just
honestly.
keep- No, that one. in
But they
particular
kept
was
coming up with the
crazy.
weirdest
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that
Right.
sucks.
Oh yeah, you have to do a street market in Paris. Go.
Oh, yeah, that's the one that flooded, right, at the rail yards?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
And
that's
we
what
did. Make it happen. Art
Yeah,
department.
'cause-
That's what our department
So you
does.
guys have voodoo and whatnot.
All right. So, if you look really closely, you can spot me in pretty much every episode of The Brave. And I'm on a net show called Snatchers.
Snatchers. Nice.
Yay.
Are you anywhere
I
on
don't
social
call for
media that you'd like
Snatchers.
people to hit you up or no?
I'm just on Facebook.
You didn't do it.
Please don't hit me up.
What about you, Holly?
Please don't talk to me.
Don't talk to
Please do not talk to me. Thank you.
I'm too important.
What about you? What's going on with you?
So every Monday night at Inside Out, downtown Albuquerque,
First gazebo.
I have a open mic with Royal Wood, and you can see us just fighting like a
Oh, you're a
married couple.
comedian? Oh.
I am.
Yes.
I tell jokesies sometimes.
Doing
Yes,
plugs.
Billy.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So,
Plugs?
because also there's like different kinds of open mics.
I thought you were about
Yes.
to. There's different kinds of grass. You're
No, that's a good question.
So-
it is
so
a
does
comedy
anyone- does
open mic,
anyone-
but if you want to bring a guitar and sing, I'll let it happen.
Ooh.
But show.
But only if
Wait,
it's
right
funny.
in the middle. Right
you
in the
saying-
fucking middle.
But only if it's funny.
Let me be very clear. I could do slam poetry version of Counting Crow songs.
Absolutely.
All right.
Did you say Cameron Crowe?
Counting Crows.
Oh.
Counting
ready?
crows.
No, please
Absolutely.
don't. Please don't.
Counting
Do not.
crows.
Please
Counting
do.
crows.
What we
Don't
do
discourage
here.
that. It's
No.
creative.
No.
What?
Oh, that was my question. So like, there's different. There's plenty of different.
Yeah.
There's poetry open mics. There's music open mics. and
Yeah.
This is you're talking about a comedy
Yes,
open
it's
mic.
a comedy open mic, but I will say that if somebody wants to play music, come on through.
Oh, nice.
And there's
I
no
will
such thing as
you.
fucking poetry open mic.
What?
There is. It's called slam poetry.
Where is
and,
that at? No.
It's
called
nowhere. And
Counting
also,
Crows.
It's called the
please
Sub at
come to
UNM.
our open mic because we need people, but
Brickyard.
also,
Brickyard on Tuesdays.
make it funny.
Here
My
we are.
bathroom every
But-
day.
Are
Go
you?
ahead.
Also, look me up on Instagram.
Yes.
Hollybird Comedy. That's where you will see the most ridiculous, stupid stuff.
and it's
that I
Holly
have to
Bird
post.
with the Y, 2 Y's in the Holly
Yes, it's HOLLYBYRD.
Nice.
So is
That-
your
that
last name Bird?
Yes.
Yes,
Any relation to Anna Bird?
I am not.
Any relation to?
Larry Bird, no.
No?
Yeah,
There was
I
I
get
get
a-
these a lot.
There was a
You should
girl
see
that
her
was
shoot
a
three-pointers.
last name Bird
Pretty
on
sweet.
the-
Let me
Show
put
us
it this
what that-
way: I'm not related to any birds, as far as I know.
Ostrich.
Any rela-
Emu.
No, I hate
Sparrow.
birds.
Budgies.
Penguin.
I like penguins and
I like
puffins
penguins.
and
I
every
cannot
other
lie.
bird I am afraid of. So,
Okay.
so,
Well,
you know.
what about
Monday
you?
nights. What time is it again?
Oh yeah, Monday nights. Sign,
Sign
up
up at
is
7.
at 8, and
Oh,
the
wait.
show starts at 9.
Sign up at 8, show at 9,
Get
Inside
your,
Out.
shit, get your
Yeah.
shit together, man.
What about you, Chris?
Reverse gazebo.
I don't like things and stuff myself, but no.
The mayor of downtown.
We do a live show every Sunday night, most Sunday nights, from 6 to 8 p.m. on Facebook.com/10drink. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, since iTunes is getting taken away. So
Thank
now it's
God.
Apple Podcasts. We're actually on Google Play. We're on Spotify. And soon, I hope, iHeartRadio. I don't know what the fuck their problem
Oh,
is.
God.
There's
It's
you can
such
ask
a pain in the ass.
Alexa say, "Hey, play
Yeah.
10 drink minimum."
Oh, and you can
like
you can
food
actually
channel
ask
thing.
Google what is this called?
Alexa.
Alexa.
No.
No.
Echo.
Hey, Google. You guys Google.
Echo.
No, Echo.
Echo?
Or
Google.
no, this is not an Echo. This is the Google version.
You
Dot.
have the Echo. This
Dot.
is the
Dot.
Hey Google.
You can ask Alexa
Hey,
Dot
Google.
or Google Dot.
Google Docs.
Alexa Echo or Google Dot to play our fucking
Played
show.
by
They'll
Miley
do it.
Cyrus.
Just fucking do it. And
Try it out.
Just
Talk
fucking
to your
do it.
machines. They
on
like it. It makes
June
them feel good.
21st, we will be opening at the Launchpad for Russian Girlfriend's album release show.
Woo, woo,
And
woo,
it's
woo.
a
And you'll see me half naked. Just saying.
Okay.
already up here.
Side boob.
And it's costume.
Yeah, it's a Baphomet,
Baphomet.
beach Baphomet costume show. Yeah.
Satanic
And it's,
Satanic
beachwear.
can I just say,
party.
Russian Girlfriends is a goddamn amazing band.
They're
And people
amazing.
need to go check that
Yeah.
out. It's so good.
Also,
I noticed.
I don't know,
They're cool.
because Gio, I don't know you as a person to actually promote yourself,
Oh.
but she was in a band called Hit by a Bus.
Oh my God.
Amazing. Back in the day.
I love that outside the van door. I'm always
yeah,
talking about
thanks,
songs.
Billy.
I really
Let's
want to
go out
see
and-
a show where it's like tonight. Crash Kills 4, an opening hit by a bus.
That happens probably one or two times.
Cool. So check out 10 Drink Minimum at
Yeah.
10 Drink Minimum. What about you, Billy?
July 7th, Red Door with Brandon Luscombe, myself, and Robin Frank, who is her first show in Albuquerque. She's from New York.
Oh, boy.
Great show. Also, I've been wanting to cut in and actually say this. I haven't eaten ass yet. I
Because
have
you're not a millennial,
Lies.
Billy.
I have
I've
a,
seen
I
your
have
Snapchat.
a millennial girlfriend.
He has tossed the salad. He just
The
hasn't
thing is,
eaten
back
it.
We
in
call
our
it my
days, we
day.
call it tossing the salad.
Hey,
So,
is your band Millennial Girlfriends opening for Russian Girlfriends at the line?
Man, Millennial Girlfriend's
Correct.
a great name
That's
for a
good
band.
name.
so anyway, I haven't eaten ass yet.
Okay.
That's the name of the band. I
You
haven't
should
eaten ass
do
yet.
it. Oh,
No, that's the first
I haven't
album.
eaten
That's the first
ass
album.
yet.
It's everything like I kind of
First song is
my-
avocado
my
toast.
Own, like internal
Just
struggles.
do
Like,
it.
should I just do it? She's like,
Yes.
Daddy, eat my ass. I was like, well,
Billy.
ooh.
Yes, come through.
Cool.
Eat some ass.
Is there social media that you want people to hit you up at?
It's Sabas Cray. Weird spelling on Instagram.
Yeah.
I have Billy _Belmont on Snapchat, which is actually my best medium of contacting me. 'cause
Any
I
relation
love
to
fucking-
Simon
On
Belmont?
Snapchat?
on Snapchat, yeah.
Okay.
No.
No relation to Simon Belmont?
Oh,
Ryan just
I
thinks
think
everyone's
it's-
related.
there's-
Stage.
the entire Belmont's name has always been coming back to the Castlevania thing.
I'm
No.
the only person on the show
Alucard?
that uses their actual name.
He is cool. No.
Actually,
Are
made
you?
the smiley.
Oh, no.
Oh, never mind.
I have a government
None of us use
name.
our real
Oh,
name. Yeah.
whoa, you guys are creeps. Oh my
So the
gosh.
change-
Weird.
I think they're going to kill us and bury us in the backyard
This door's
later.
gonna shut and lock real quick.
It's not a real name.
I told you I thought I was going to get murdered.
Yes. Welcome to the hood.
All right.
Billy
so,
Belmont. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. No.
No, Billy Belmont. Billy underscore Belmont at Snapchat.
You
Billy
guys,
Underboob Belmont.
please check out Billy, like, in any manifestation of his musical whatever's that he's got out there. Black Tie, Bellama, the Belmont from Forever Ago.
Yeah.
What was that other band that you were in from Forever Ago?
Weapons of Mass Destruction.
Oh my god.
Don't forget, what was the one where you were in the sludge metal band?
That was the one with
Oh,
Harry.
Hounslow.
Sludge
Hounslow.
Oh, I forgot about Hounslow.
'Cause
Nice.
Someone's like, you guys need to have a metal intro, and I was like, no, we did, and I played it for him, and they're
I've-
like, oh, all right.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again and again. Billy has the voice of an angel, and you need to listen to anything he does because he's an amazing artist.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll put everybody's contacts in our show notes,
Sweet.
on the website,
Yay.
on the Twitter. What about us, Brian? How can people find us?
You can find us on Twitter at Brian and Gio.
Mm-hmm.
You can email us at bngpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah,
So I
tweet-
can get those complaints.
Yeah, or tweet us what you think about Miley's new album, or what you kind of hate about Miley, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can find Brian himself. If you don't want to talk to me,
Just to me.
just to Brian.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, and
And
then
then Gio, if you want to talk to her, and not me, because I'm not someone who's going to eat ass. Sorry.
I'm at Rock and Roll Geo.
And you've got Pod and Castio on
I'm
Instagram.
at Pod and Castio on Instagram.
Very exciting also on Instagram.
This is a lot of ats to keep track of. You guys, don't worry. We got you. We
Just
got
pause.
you.
Just pause and write.
Write
Pause
it down.
And write.
Pause and
write.
subscribe. Speaking of subscribe to this podcast. Subscribe to 10 Drink
No,
Minimum.
just subscribe to Brian and Gio made a podcast, and then subscribe to 10 Drink Minimum. That's it.
That's it.
That's what you really
That's
need
That's
to do.
all you need to do.
That's it.
Yeah.
Then just jump off a
Then
bridge.
steal $20 from your grandma because that's right. It's just right.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
that's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, we
Almost
have to.
forgot.
What's our sign off then?
What is
Do we have a sign off?
We used to.
Yeah,
What
we
was
do.
it?
I think
Oh, yeah. Twerk harder.
that's it.
Twerk harder.
That's it.
Twerk harder.
Did you guys say it together though?
Nah.
No.
Okay.